the American Revolutionary War of 1776. A tangled web of conspiracy spans North America. In the war of survival, it does not matter what your creed, color, culture, or gender is. All stand together. Thomas Paine's common sense is held aloft in every rebel patriot's hand as they take up arms against the British Empire. But as the revolution has begun, something far more mysterious stirs. Agents of the occult entreat both the Continental Army and Loyalist Redcoats. Freemasons conspire in the city of brotherly love. Maryland is in the throes of a witch hunt by the Knights Templar. Amid the chaos, other grim fairy tales have emerged. Reports of witches have been seen in the Great Dismal Swamp. Indigenous Sachems say the devils called Manitou walk among the living. Flesh-gobbling ghouls have been tunneling beneath Boston. The Pine Barrens of New Jersey are haunted by what the locals call the Leeds Devil. And worse still, an ancient enemy whose name is never uttered aloud seeks to consume all, loyalists and rebels alike. In this game, most people have either chosen to deny the supernatural or rationalize it away. A rare few accept it for what it is and act. You are among those heroes and are destined for greatness or death. Welcome to Flames of Freedom, where your grim and perilous tale hangs in the balance.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Flames of Freedom. Thank you so much for joining us for this special preview of the Quick Start adventure, The Sin Eater, tonight. Live, we are very excited to be showing you this game, and that you're all here with us. So thank you so much for joining us for this ginormous, exciting premiere. We're gonna cut to the chase. We're gonna get right into it. This is a one night only sort of event, so we're gonna do our little introductions and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start playing. We'll go over a few little bit of the rule changes. We got to set up our pool of fortune and misfortune before we get started, and then we're gonna start playing. So, without further ado, I'm gonna hand it over to Irene to introduce us to Red Bunny and tell us a little bit about herself afterwards.
Right. So, the character I'll be playing tonight is a freebooter, and this is her little blurb, or their little blurb. They call me Red Bunny. I'm an adult, multicultural, two-spirit person, and have made my life as a freebooter. I am of a tall stature with a lean build. I dress fashionably and have grass-green eyes, medium natural hair, and a Cheshire grin. My aspirational belief is friendship, but my critical flaw is vengeful. And I'm Irene. Find me over on Twitter on DM Irene DB, where I tweet about tabletop stuff and things like that. And I'm going to be here again tomorrow for some more tabletop stuff.
That's right. I was like, oh, I have Wednesday off this week. No, I don't. I'm running Zweihander tomorrow night with you and a bunch of other wonderful people.
Yeah, it's our in-between campaign.
That's right. Which is also by the same author as this adventure.
Oh, it is.
Sean Van Damey.
Van Damey, yeah.
Yes, I said it right for once. Emmy Award winner Sean Van Damey
I was about to say.
wrote this adventure that we'll be playing tonight and the Zweihander adventure we're playing tomorrow night.
Awesome. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And then I also stream like on Mondays and Fridays on my own channel, DM Irene DB. Friday is first person shooter stuff. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Mrs. RPG Hour is here. It says, seriously, best intro ever. Love you, Irene. She's got her fans here tonight. That's awesome. All right, Jeff, you're playing Archibald Hale.
Yes. So my full name is Archibald Jameson Hale. I am an aging colonial man, and I have made my life as a magistrate. I am of a slight stature with a stocky build. I dress modestly, have shrewd hazel eyes, cropped curly hair, and a balding pate. My aspirational belief is authority, but my critical flaw is formality. I did some reading, and apparently I'm no fun because like I'm just no fun. So
You're a
I take
curmudgeon.
everything too seriously, which is pretty much accurate to me in real life. So it's perfect.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm
No.
Jeff. I play a lot of Zweihander. I play on this channel every Thursday. I run a game. We also have a Zweihander podcast that drops every Monday. We have our own channel, twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, where we play all sorts of different games and a few other channels around. So just search for like adventures and lollygagging and such. You'll find a lot of our stuff. So
And they'll be here on this channel again on Thursday night.
Yeah, every Thursday we're playing a game. We play the kind of just original stuff that we kind of build as we go. So one we're working on right now is on Grey Winter Heath, which is kind of this weird one that's exploring like Black Lodge folklore stuff from the books. If you're familiar with like Mongosh and stuff and all like the different the demon stuffs, we're kind of doing a Black Lodge type one right now. So good times.
Awesome. Yeah, both Jeff and Melissa will be here on Thursday night. Speaking of Melissa, can you tell us about Veronica Roche? It is en français.
Me.
Yes.
Yes. So she is an officer. So a pleasure to meet you. I am Veronica Roche, whichever that one is. Roche.
As a Canadian and being exposed to French, I can tell you right now, it is Roche.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm an adult French woman. I have made my life as an officer. I am of average stature with a stocky build. I dress modestly, have unblinking blue eyes, near-shaved wavy hair, and a persistent cough. My aspirational belief is courage, but my critical flaw is callousness. And I am also with adventures in lollygagging, so everything that he just said.
All right.
Quick and easy.
Awesome. CJ, Mr. Crit Fumble, welcome to the channel. This is your premiere here tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
It's so good to have you here. Can you tell
it's-
us about Gideon King and about yourself, please?
All right. My name's Gideon King. I'm an aging black man, and I have made my life as an animal whisperer. I am of tall stature with a stocky build. I dress modestly. I have intense hazel eyes, long natural hair, and a missing hand. My aspirational beliefs is honesty, and my critical flaw is apprehension. Okay, so I was gonna keep.
That's awesome.
I don't know why.
That's
I just
awesome.
couldn't.
Thank you.
My real name is Carlston Jones. I go by CJ or Mr. Crit Fumble on anywhere online, any platform or anything. I do a lot of streaming. Well, I just gotten into it. But I do stream a lot of Overwatch and I play Ark and I'll be adding a few other games into that. A few days a week I play Pathfinder and Starfinder as well, but I never played Zweihander before. So this is once. I played it once. I don't know why I keep on forgetting the vacation, but I played it once and it was a lot of fun then. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight.
Awesome. It's great to have you here. Last and certainly not least, we have Kay, who you would have, if you're here last night with the first look, she was the one who exposed the world to the quick start last night and showed them all about it.
Choice of words.
Yeah. We got to build it up. Hype.
Oh, okay.
I'm the hype man.
Exposed.
And she's part of Grim Peril Studios. She, give a little history here. I'm speaking for her. She was a playtester on Zweihander and on Flames of Freedom. So she has been playing this for months. She knows this game, so it's exciting to have her here as a player with us tonight. So, Kay, go ahead and tell us about Nanyehi and yourself.
There's a lot of buildup for what I feel like is going to be a letdown, but let's go. All right, so yes, we're attempting a pronunciation here, so I apologize if anyone actually knows how this name is supposed to be pronounced. We tried to do a little bit of research beforehand, so we're just going to go with what we found. So I am playing Nanyehi, daughter of 5 killer. I am a young Cherokee woman, and I have made my life as a midwife. I'm of slight stature with a normal build. I dress shabbily, have mournful brown eyes, very long braided hair, and a freckled face. My aspirational belief is truth, but my critical flaw, as well as in real life, is sarcasm. So as far as me as a person, yeah, Matt gave a little bit of an intro. I am the community manager for GMP, Grim Peril Studios, as well as a beta tester originally for Zweihander all the way up until now on Flames of Freedom. And as far as social, I don't stream. Well, I technically am an affiliate, but I am horrible on my streaming schedule. So instead, if you go to my channel, you'll see some hosts of where I actually play with people. Usually Phasmophobia or Dead by Daylight are my two main ones, so horror games. So Such a Little Monster and Rufus are two people I stream with. You'll see them on there. As well as for my Twitter, I like to post Legos. So Squiffy Tub is my name on there. So yeah, I guess that's me.
Everybody's Twitter handles are below their names on here, so please follow these folks if you would be so kind afterwards. Yeah, Jeff looks down. Below all of them, their Twitter handles. You can find all of them on there. All right. Thank you, everybody. So we are playing Flames. I was just going to clap. It's number one rule. Don't clap when you're streaming. We're playing Flames of Freedom, the intro adventure, The Sin Eater tonight. As Daniel said in the chat right there, right now, and someone asked about the setting, set in 1776. It is set actually in February, at least when I was reading it earlier today. And it begins in Trenton, New Jersey, was where this adventure is going to take us. It was weird reading through this, being like, oh yeah, we're in New Jersey. Like running a game where it's like current day cities and places. It's very weird for me. It's bizarre. So I was playing fantasy or sci-fi or this or post-apocalyptic, and you're using familiar names but not the same name. So I was like, oh, you're in Jersey. It's very weird. So we got some housekeeping to take care of here. You're gonna notice next to Jeff and CJ, there are some images there. I'm pointing the wrong way. We got to build our pool. We got to build our fortune and misfortune pool. And this is one of the differences between Zweihander and Flames of Freedom. Zweihander, you just got the number of players plus one was a fortune you got for the session. When you spent it, it flipped to misfortune, and then it was gone. It was gone, and the GM got to use it. In this year, the historian. The way it works in Flames of Freedom is you get one for every player at the table, plus one extra, but the historian gets one of those. And now we get to roll. We get to roll D6s. And a 1 through a 4 is going to generate an additional fortune point for the players, and a 6 is going to give the historian an extra misfortune. So we have 5 up there right now. I'm going to take 1 away. Everybody go ahead and roll yourself a D6, please. And I'm going to give myself my misfortune I get to start with.
Oh.
Irene.
Yes. Irene, thank you.
Well, I mean, Jeff also got a 5.
I gotta make it interesting.
1 to 5 is okay.
1 to 5 is
That's
okay.
bad.
Irene's my favorite. Thank you. I got another Oh,
EJ. Oh.
yo, another one. CJ, you're also one of my favorites. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. It's great to have you here. All right, so you're seeing these little tokens pop up on either side. These are straight from the quick start. Also, I took these images from there. So when you download this off DriveThruRPG, it has character flats. It's got maps. It's got little cutouts that you'll see here that I'm using on the side of the overlay for fortune, misfortune. Everything's there other than dice, essentially, to play it. So you can just download it, you can print it off, and you get your pre-gens, you get your maps, you got your character flats, you got your fortune, misfortune pool, and that's what we're using here on the overlay tonight. So how many additional fortune did you guys get?
It's 3 and 2, 3 for us, 2 for you, I think.
So, well, 3 and 3. Because he gets his one.
Oh, he gets his one. Okay,
yeah. So we're at 3 and 3. So this is gonna be interesting. Right. Even territory.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's still slightly skewed in our favor.
It is. I don't like that. No. I'm clicking all over to find it because I have a lot set up on this overlay because I didn't know what you guys were to roll. So I had to prepare for, worst case scenario and best case scenario, obviously me with all of the fortune points. I'm going to drop in the chat here. Just a reminder for folks. This came in big when we played Zweihander last week. Oh, it didn't work. If you so feel inclined, you can donate bits to buy fortune for the players, which is $1, or misfortune for me to spend, which is $2. So you can just keep that in mind as we play tonight, because it really turned the tide for Zweihander last week, Wednesday. Irene can attest they survived. They're continuing on with the adventure because of generous folks who helped them out. We've got RPG
Already
Hour
200
is here giving bits 100. We've got Adam, I think, gave 200. Are those for me?
I think the ones from RPG Hour are for you.
RPG Hour. Oh, sorry. I thought I saw Radio.
The ones from Adam probably have to be from you because he refuses to ever give me bits. So since I'm on the player side this time, it's got to be yours.
All right. How crazy are we going to get with Fortune? Remember, I don't know if you were around for that Christmas one. No, 200.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
There was a lot of fortune and misfortune going around there. All right, so do we have any other questions? Is there any other housekeeping we need to go over? Kay, I'm going to ask you because you've played this so much. I think this is the only thing we need to get done before we start playing.
Yeah.
We got our fortune, misfortune pools. All right, so it is February. I've got all sorts of noises going off my ear as people are donating more money. I'll jump back to that later. Let's get playing. All right, so it is January. Where did I get February from? I don't know. It's January 1776. You are a group of investigators working in league with the Revolution. Just 1 week ago, you received a letter from Henry Jones, your mysterious rebel benefactor. One of his spies, by the name of Miriam, was last seen heading towards Boston, carrying an important object of power that the leaders in the besieged city needed. You must find out what happened to her. You've been dispatched to Trenton, New Jersey, in the middle of winter. Finding Miriam in Trenton should be easy. The village is small, and Miriam is a tall, red-headed woman of English and indigenous descent. During your travel to Trenton, you met a kindly old Quaker by the name of Livingston Hobb, who walked the road with you and shared some friendly stories. You arrived at Trenton at dusk. Inviting warm light comes from the nearby tavern by the name of the Fish and Fin, welcoming you to Trenton. This seems like good a place as any to start your investigations for the rebel spy. So you're standing in front of the door of the inn. Livingston says, "Oh, here, I'll introduce you. I need to get going back home. My dog is back home, and I'm going to have to let him out, but I've had such a lovely time with you walking on the road. Will you be in Trenton long?"
Hopefully not, good man. Hopefully we'll be here. With our business, we'll finish quickly.
Oh, what business is that, Archibald?
Oh, that's neither here nor there, but best you go tend to your dog.
Oh, yes, I agree. I'll introduce you to William. He's the innkeeper here. Before I go, though.
That would be wonderful.
So he opens a door. I turned on some music for all you. Well, not really music, but ambient sound. If it's too loud, you can lower it. But he opens the door to the inn, and inside you see a room stuffed with people. They're huddled next to one another. Looks like they're eating bowls of soup or some sort of stew to keep warm. As the door opens, a gust of wind and some snow blows in. The room is lit by candles, which are flickering and dance when the breeze from the door opening hits them. You smell beer and BO and sweat. There are people smoking pipes, tobacco pipes, all throughout the room. And as you stand there in the doorway, people look at you and they whisper. And they go back to their soup or their stews, and you just hear like utensils clanging on bowls, porcelain bowls. Livingston says, "Come in. Let me introduce you. Sit at a table, and I'll go fetch William and make sure that you're all set up for the night."
All right. So Red Bunny's gonna say to Livingston, correct?
Livingston, yes. Yes, that's right, Red Bunny. That's quite a name you have. You'll have to tell me sometime if we meet up again how you earned it.
Certainly will, my good Quaker friend. It was a pleasure, and we will be over at this table. And then she gestures towards a nearby empty-ish table, and just sort of like she walks over there, or they walk over there rather.
Yeah.
And sits and immediately puts their feet up on the table, and lights their tobacco pipe and starts smoking, sort of like just eyeing everybody.
Awesome. Yeah, just eyeing up the room. I love it. Okay. Awesome. Livingston scuttles off to the bar. And the rest of you, do you sit at the table with Red Bonnie? You all know each other.
Absolutely.
You're working for the same benefactor. It's not like you don't know who each other are.
Nanyehi's going to sit next to Red Bonnie and kind of push a little bit for trying to push her feet off of the table, or their feet off the table.
Nice.
Couldn't we just make a better impression, please?
Veronica was just about to also put her feet up on the table, and so you see the feet start to slide up and then come back down underneath.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nanyehi looks, because she's used to this probably. Just glares for a moment and then stops.
Yeah.
Do they allow my dog into the inn?
Your dog's getting quite a few looks as you walk in. What is your dog? What's your dog's name? Was it Peppers?
No.
What was it? What did we decide on?
It's just okay. I'm gonna go with Peppers.
Peppers. We were joking around before the stream, if everybody's wondering.
I'm gonna go with Peppers. My dog's name's Peppers. And I don't know. He's pretty obedient, like to me and stuff.
Right.
But I'm a really lax owner. So like he does stay next to me, but he stays a little distant. He goes a little distant, always comes back. Goes a distant, always comes back.
Right.
But going in here with a crowd full of people, he would stay near me and then probably maybe and lay at my feet as I go sit at the table.
Sure. Yeah, he goes to your feet and he kind of lies on the table, and the looks lessen up at that point. People are not so concerned with it.
All right.
Grumpy old Archie, you're gonna go over there and join them?
Well, now that the feet are removed, there is a sense of decorum. We live in a civilized society. We're not animals. Sorry, Peppers. Most of us are not animals. And then I signal for somebody like a waiter or a bartender or something to call
Garçon.
forth something like, come. Just expecting someone to
Sure.
come to us.
Yeah. As you're kind of like, you get your head down, you're just kind of waving. Livingston turns around and goes, "Oh, William will be right on his way out." Like I said, it was a pleasure meeting you. You're all very interesting, wonderful people. I hope to see you again in the near future, and good luck on whatever it is you're doing in these strange times. And he leaves. He scuttles off, and as he walks away, a portly, middle-aged, balding man comes over and introduces. I'm William Livingston. Said you were with him. What kind of gets you? Looking for a room for the night and some food?
Yes, both of that and refreshments. Now something warm, alcoholic preferred.
Hot toddy.
Sure.
All right.
I don't know what that is
A
actually.
warm
but go ahead.
brandy.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. I like the cut of your jib. So he says he lets you know we've got stew available tonight. We got deer stew and potatoes, and you can get a room for the night. And it'll cost you 5 cents. Pence.
5 pence. 5 pence.
5 pence.
Really?
Yes.
That seems a bit excessive.
Is there anywhere else you're gonna stay in Trenton tonight? I don't know of any other inns. And it's quite cold outside.
Fine.
It's 5 pence per room, correct? Or is it 5 pence?
Have you stayed here before?
That's a good question.
He's asking because you're asking. You're throwing it out there to him, and he's just like, "Do I know you?"
No, probably
Should
not.
I? What brings you to Trenton?
Oh, business.
What sort of business? You're not with those revolutionaries, are you?
Revolutionaries? What do you mean?
He gives you an eye. He looks at you. 5 stews coming up. And he waddles away all grumpy. So there's folks sitting in here. There's individuals. It looks like there's groups of people. There are couples. There are families that are even in here eating tonight. The place is pretty busy. It's very cold outside, being January and in Philadelphia. So people are in here and they're taking advantage of this warm setting. There's a fire roaring in the corner. Nice warm meal. Is there anything you want to do while you're sitting there? Do you want to maybe kind of see if you can listen around to see what people are talking about, or do you want to start questioning folks about Miriam, where you're looking for? How do you want to approach this?
I think Red Bonnie kind of wants to get their ear to the ground first and
Sure.
see because obviously William is against the revolutionaries, but they want to see if that's just William or if that's the mood of the town.
All right, how do you want to go about doing that?
Hmm.
What skill do you want to pull on? You want to intimidate some people? Do you want to do a little guile? Do you want to charm them? Do you just want to eavesdrop?
That's a good question. Do you think rumor might apply?
Yeah, rumor could apply. You can kind of sit back in your chair and kind of listen to conversations, and then do you want to kind of just kind of pop in when certain things are said, maybe, or how do you foresee or how do you see Bonnie playing this out?
So what I see Red Bonnie is sort of like probably like they would probably be asked probably like since William brought it up, probably trying to like maybe like interject here and there with questions around the town around the inn to people who look like they're willing to talk to them
Sounds good.
to try and see like what their feelings are on the current events happening.
Gotcha. Go ahead and just make me an easy eavesdrop test, if you will, just to start it off, to kick it off. First
Easy
roll
eavesdrop?
of the night. Yeah, easy eavesdrop.
Okay. That's a 30.
Ooh, success. All right, so for folks who are new to Zweihander and Flames of Freedom, it's a D100 roll under system. So you'll see there on the screen, we had our target number on the right, which was 65. So Red Bonnie had to roll under 65 to be successful. So with a 30, it is success. So you just kind of lean back in your chair, Red Bonnie, and you start listening in. And you hear two men at a nearby table. They're kind of grumbling and talking to one another. And you hear this, one man say to the other, goes, "Boston won't hold out for much longer. I hear General Washington is amassing a grand army to smash those loyalists." And they kind of look at you, and you're kind of leaning back at you. You're not obvious or anything. You passed, but then they look at the group of you, and they go back to their stew, and just kind of again their spoons clanking on the porcelain bowls, and they kind of hush.
All right. Well, that does seem like a good place to sort of roll up over.
Sure.
So they're gonna go over and ask, "Hey, yes, I've been on the road for quite some time. Haven't really had a chance to catch up on the local news. I heard something about General Washington getting together an army. It seems like y'all might know a bit more about that than I do. What can you all tell me?" And then they're gonna sort of like give them like a really nice friendly grin and just like take a inhale on their pipe, you know, as they wait for a response.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking something here. Go ahead and make me a charm test. Again, easy when you do this, to try and get some more information out of them. Yeah, again, success with your charm. They kind of eye around the room, and they get all close. They lean into you. They go, what have you heard about the general? Are you part of the army? Are you? Do you know what's going on over in Boston?
Let's see. What I know about Washington is he was kind of a bad general in the French and Indian War, if I remember correctly. But no, call me an interested. I'm a bit of a merchant type, so I like to keep an ear to the ground about what might be affecting what might be affecting my prices and stuff. You know.
Well, we hear Boston's in trouble. If things don't change, then it's gonna fall, and this whole thing's gonna be over, and it's not gonna be good for us.
Oh, for us.
No.
So
we're gonna be done for.
So they sort of nod. Of course. So it sounds like the owner of this keep, this tavern, he's got kind of a low opinion of I believe it's General Washington, correct?
Old Bill, he's just worried about his business. It's affecting him right now. People aren't coming around and traveling as much as they usually are. You know, threat of war and all that breaking out. So Yeah, he's just on edge. He's not seeing the coins come through that he used to.
Oh, that makes complete sense. As a business person myself, I do empathize with his plight. You fine gentlemen. So you fine gentlemen, you then are against the that intolerable acts.
We are. Hey, did you hear anything about the loyalists and that masked sorcerer that they got going around? You hear anything about that?
Would I have heard anything about that?
No, you're just
No.
like, what are you talking about? You weirdos.
No, I wouldn't. No,
sorcerer.
A sorcerer.
No, we didn't say anything. As they say that, William comes back and he starts slinging the bowls of stew on the table to all of you.
It seems like my meal has arrived. Thank you, gentlemen. And then they take off their hat and sort of like do like a bow.
Yep.
Enjoy your evenings. And then they put
you too.
And then they put their cap back on and go back to their compatriots to sort of fill them in on what they've found out.
Very good. All right, so you let the others know what you heard about Boston and a masked sorcerer.
Yeah.
And there's the mission of find Miriam as well. So you start asking around for information about Miriam. Remember, she was a redheaded woman of English and indigenous descent.
Right.
Tall redheaded woman. Very, very distinct appearance.
Are there any people here that look official, or at the very least look like a higher class of clientele?
Yeah, you scan the room, and you can see that, yes, there's, I'd say, another grumpy-looking, well-dressed man sitting in the corner, much like yourself. You see a kindred
dignified.
spirit. Yeah, dignified.
Lost cousin, perhaps. I would like to sort of make the rounds, but I'll be focusing more specifically on Miriam, and I want to use my guile and my status as a magistrate, and I'm going to spin a tale that we are hunting Miriam because she's a criminal of some kind, and we're kind of tracking her down. So if anyone, we're looking for a woman out of Newark. This woman, her crime's not important, but very tall woman, red hair, indigenous, striking figure, difficult to forget. And so I'll start with like the grumpy old man.
Sure.
Then I'll kind of work my way around.
He looks at you. He's got a very terrible, ill-fitted powdered wig on, big droopy jowls,
You have a very
big
wonderful
red
wig,
nose,
sir.
just a large
Nose is
rotund
very
man.
Jolly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are you? What do you want?
I am Archibald Jameson Hale. I am a magistrate of Newark. I am looking for a criminal, a tall woman, red hair. I've heard on good authority she might have been passing through here recently, and I assumed the man of your import would clearly have information on such a thing.
So you're trying to charm this guy?
I know. I feel like it's actually turning into charm.
China
Like,
stuff.
it
I was
was
like, were we going
originally
for
just
guile?
a lie. I was going for a guile because I'm lying because she's not. Because she's not a criminal. So, but I can do charm if you want. But I prefer guile. 'Cause, like,
I was like, this is leaning really far to charm. No, I'll let it slide. We'll do guile.
I have a lot of fellowship, so it's okay. It's okay.
Go ahead and do a routine guile test for you, please.
Routine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Figure if I soften them up a little bit, it might make it a little easier. That's a 3.
Oh, wow, that's a success. He goes, now that you mentioned a criminal, you say?
You're a criminal indeed.
Lock them up, filthy criminals.
I live in a society, sir. Of course I will.
Right. I remember seeing a tall, red-headed woman about 2 weeks ago, now that you mention it, that matches the description of this Miriam. It was right around the time that a little girl went missing here. Do you think
Oh, dear.
perhaps your your renegade criminal had anything to do with that?
Well, it's very difficult to be sure. Crimes were not abduction of children, but people can escalate things when situations arise. One possibly could do with the other, but perhaps not. In what way did you observe her here?
Oh, I saw her just passing through town. She did not stay very long. She seemed to be on some sort of business. She was very quick. Had no time for anybody here, but someone like that stands out. Do you not agree?
Of course I do. Yes. And this girl you said that's gone missing.
Yes, little Margie Steen.
Margie Steen. Was she ever found?
No.
Oh, how terrible. How absolutely terrible. Are people still looking? Perhaps did a family take her to a neighboring town? Or...
I don't know. I'm not related to the girl. It was just the talk of the town when it happened a couple of weeks ago when your stranger came prancing through.
How intriguing. How very intriguing. Perhaps it's just a coincidence, but I'll make a note. Did you happen to see whether or not this woman, this red-haired woman I am after, spoke with anybody, interacted with anybody in particular, stayed anywhere?
She would have stayed here. You may want to ask Bill about her.
What do you think of Bill? He has a very crooked face about him, does he not?
I don't like him at all.
Yes, I figured you would have a good sense of the town. Yes.
You're a good man. Where did you say you're from?
Oh, Newark. Yes, just
my
up the
cousin's
way.
from Newark.
Oh, really? How wonderful. What's his name? Perhaps we know one another.
Jacob.
Jacob! Oh, I knew a ladder salesman by the name of Jacob. Would that happen to him?
No, my Jacob has not sold ladders for many years.
But he did used to sell ladders.
At one point, yes.
Yes. I do think that Jacob I have retired from selling ladders, and he moved up to selling staircases.
Oh, different Jacob then. Different Jacob from Newark.
Must be a very heavy competition for Jacob-owned ladder and staircase companies in Newark.
It is that is the height of the economy there.
Yeah, when I think of Newark, I think of nothing but the great heights to which it will go one day.
Stairs and ladders.
Clearly, 250 years into the future, we'll be thinking of New Jersey, and particularly of Newark, as a beacon of civilization and technological growth.
May I buy you a brandy, my good man?
Oh, you absolutely could, but only if I can buy you one, sir.
Ha! Deal.
Okay.
As you're doing your ladder and staircase exchange, the door to the inn slams open. And again, the breeze blows in, and standing in the doorway is a desperate, disheveled-looking man. His clothes are all tattered. They're ripped. You can see that some of his fingers have turned black from frostbite, and he reeks of rum. He walks into the inn, and he drops down to his knees, and he just looks defeated. And there's tears coming down his face. He goes, please, my sons Charlie and Jack, they've gone missing. I need someone's help. My boys, they're gone. They're out there in the cold. Please, will somebody help me?
Nanye, he gets up immediately and walks over to the man and starts trying to comfort him and see if he seems to be injured in some way other than obviously being smashed.
Sure. Yeah, you usher him over the table. People get up from their tables also, and they come over and they kind of come over and help you, and people are gathering around. And there's also, a lot of looky-loos also. Like, you hear whispers, rumors like, boys have gone missing. Oh, what do you think happened? But he comes, you help him over. He goes over the table. He sits down. He points to you. Can I have some? I haven't eaten for days. Can I please have something to eat?
She pushes her plate for him.
And you see him reach for the spoon, and his index finger and his middle finger are black from frostbite. Like, they're dead. There's nothing you can do for them except cut them off. He looks like he's been out in the cold for a long time. And he sits there and he starts eating. And he goes, my boys and I, we set out 3 days ago for Boston. And our wagon wheel broke just a few miles outside of town. I sent Charlie to come get help. But dusk came, and Charlie did not come back. And Calvin supposed that he'd go find him here in Trenton. And then that squall of snow came in a couple days ago, and I heard the howl of wolves. I pushed forward in a panic to try and find my boys, but I lost sight of them. I haven't seen them for 3 days. I've been lost in the wilderness, and I just wandered into town. Please, you need to help me find my boys out there.
Red Bunny is gonna take their they probably have a coat, right? So Red Bunny's gonna.
He's got like an overcoat and yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying Red Bunny.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. You're dressed for the weather, 100%.
Yeah, Red Bunny's gonna take their coat off and just like wrap it around his shoulder, and around his shoulders, and they're gonna say, "We'll help you find your boys."
Thank you. And he's just kind of, he's stopped eating and he's just kind of weeping and he's just a wreck. But he also reeks of booze, this guy. You pick it up right away on him. With this also, William the innkeeper and 6 other men grab their overcoats and grab lanterns and muskets. And they're like, we'll come help.
Does anybody have a spare coat?
William offers up an extra coat that had been left behind by someone who died at the inn.
Wow.
Hear that
People
story.
die all the time.
We're
Just ate
getting
too
to the
much
great
chowder.
part.
You got a dead man's coat.
I don't
Here
think
you
I
go.
will eat this stew after all. No,
It
thank
was a rival staircase. Actually.
He fell down the staircase because he didn't have a good staircase in his inn. That's what it was.
That's the problem.
Red Bunny's gonna slip this coat on, and make sure they've got like their pistol and their knife, and then they're gonna like go.
Yeah. He says, "Can I'll accompany you. I'll show you where we were last." And he's just kind of shaking. Please.
I think it might be better for you to stay here, my friend.
You won't know where to find them after the squall came in a couple days ago and covered over any traces.
Nanyahi is kind of looking him over and seeing if it seems like he can go back out in the weather.
With the group of you there, you could help him, and he, you size it up. He is your best bet to find where the cart broke down, and hopefully these lost boys, where they may be.
So she wraps the coat around him like she would like a toddler, if you were, and kind of bundles him in, and she goes, "Well, don't take that off. Fine, let's go then."
He turns to you and he thanks. Thank you.
As a man of the nature, would you happen to have any clothing, anything that your kids would have had? So maybe my hunting dog here, Pepper, get your scent.
It would all be at the cart. Everything we had would be at the cart if it hasn't been ransacked by thieves.
All right. Well, we'll head to the cart, and I think it's best if you stay at the cart while we go find your kids. Just to keep you safe.
Okay, well, thank you. And he turns to the group of you, and he turns to everybody else in the end. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hopefully my boys are still alive. F's in the chat for Red Bunny. Why? Is Red Bunny the first? Are they claiming Red Bunny's gonna be the first to die?
Cursed coat of death.
Oh,
Effect,
okay.
death.
You've got the dead man's coat.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's now going to be an item in the lore. The dead man's coat. All right, awesome. So, you all set out with the
And
lantern.
At this point,
Sorry.
Veronica's kind of her officer is going to take over, so she's sort of telling people like who needs to pay her tab, who needs to kind of grab some light,
Nice.
who needs to kind of organizing everybody and kind of what order we're going to be heading out of here.
I love it. Yeah, you take charge. This is your element. It's awesome. All right. Yeah, everybody kind of just like looks like, huh? Who's this? Okay, and they just kind of like step in line because you deliver it with such oomph.
Yeah, so I have
Authority.
a quiet voice, but there really isn't a question whether you're gonna
Yeah,
do it. You're just gonna go ahead and do it.
yeah, and they do it. They follow.
We just got a posture check redeemed in chat.
Posture check. Already set up. Sit up. Correct your posture. I got a brand new computer chair here, and it's so good. Oh, I love it. It helps with the old posture. It's been like 3 or 4 years in the making. So Thank you for the posture. My chair doesn't squeak like mad either. I used to have to just sit there perfectly still because it would squeak. And now I can shimmy. And I love it.
You're
It's a
just so
different
free
type of
now.
scream right
Oh,
there.
Free!
Yeah.
Shimming for bits over there.
Oh, well, Jen, aka Pixel Prowler, just gave me some misfortune. Thank you, Jen.
For the shimmy.
Traitor.
Shimmying for misfortune. She's not a traitor. No. Don't say
Pixel is giving you Jen's giving you actually she looks like 2 actually because she gave you one earlier too.
Oh, Jen, did I miss that?
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
at 4
Yeah.
on player side.
That's
Four
a lot of
extra?
rerolls.
Yeah.
I have to like keep note.
From Tombstone. and
Here.
Adam gave me one specifically, but it's for a specific purpose. So
Let me guess. You have to throw a rock.
I have to throw a rock and probably explode it. So I mean, it'll explode on its own, but yeah.
It's a rock,
that is
yeah.
all of the fortune I've set up on that side of the thing is on the stream right now.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
Just
We're
assume we
max.
have 4.
We're max, but I know there's extras, so we'll watch for it.
While we're leaving, I'm gonna
Yes.
try to pull the party aside at the best I can and be like, I spoke with a very crotchety old man, but he was full of information. One of the things he said is that a few weeks ago, the woman we're here to find was in fact here. She was seen around the same time that another child went missing. Perhaps it's coincidence, perhaps it's not. It's something perhaps we should keep an eye out for. Maybe speak with some of the locals to see if maybe they have any more information about Miriam or about this other missing child. Ears to the ground or grindstone. I can't remember the phrase. Yes, and then shuffle off.
That's it. You shuffle up.
I like to think of him as like he's like the penguin sort of, but just not as like so he's just like waddling faces. Sort
Not
of how
quite
I'm
as
picturing
evil.
him. Not quite as evil. Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He really didn't like the other guy. He was just buttering up to get answers. He really felt he was a very crotchety old man. He's giving crotchety old men a bad name.
Yeah, Red Bunny's gonna nod. Yeah.
All right.
then yeah, he
You're all in
thinks about
agreeance.
making a comment, but stop.
He comes over. Friend, are you talking about me? No.
Would you like to talk about our fortunes and stairs and ladders any further?
Our mutual friends in the stairs and ladders business.
Stock is up.
The mate said he's actually helping out.
It's a step towards the future.
Oh, here's the puns. They start now.
Yeah.
All right. So it is nighttime. It is nighttime when you head out. It is not day. You got here as the sun was going down, so you open the door to the town now. There's a full moon tonight, but it's cloudy, so it is not a bright lit night. It is actually quite pale outside. Let's change up our tavern noise here to make sound like we're outside. It's cold. It's gotten colder because the sun has gone down. As you step outside, you know your nose starts to run a little bit because it's winter. For all of you who live in cold climates, snow, and you have to sniff the snot back up, and the cold air stings your nose and your throat. The town is actually quite a buzz with activity right now. There are people all about. You can hear dogs barking, people walking to and fro, conversations happening. You do have kind of like a makeshift rescue party with you now as well. There's 6 individuals on top of the 5 of you that are setting out to go find these 2 boys. So you have quite a big search party that has amassed to go help out this man. Did he ever introduce his name or introduce himself?
I don't think so.
No.
Like,
My name is Calvin, he says between tears.
Oh yeah, I think you mentioned Calvin. Yeah, I
Calvin
wrote down Calvin.
Stowe.
There's a sticker on his shirt. It's fine.
Yeah, hi, my name's Calvin. Because they had those in 1776, right? It's sewn on. It's a patch.
is one of his kids named Hobbs?
No, but it should be. It was Charlie and Jack.
Right. Okay.
Charlie and Jack. So you guys set out, and he says it's this way. It's this way. It's quite a ways up. It's going to take us probably a couple hours to get there by foot, if I can remember correctly. Where the cart broke down on the road. I hope you're all dressed warmly. I'm sorry to put you all out. He just kind of just like a real. He's just sad. It's a real sad sack. He's apologizing.
No.
And he's
Yeah.
sniffling between tears.
Red
So-
Bunny. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, so Nanyahi kind of looks at him for a moment and she goes, "So at what point did you stop and decide to imbibe before you came and found us?"
He looks at you and he turns away almost like ashamed. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. What? No, please, we must find. Do you hear those wolves howling?
Can I attempt to scrutinize?
Yeah, you can do
'Cause
an easy
obviously he's
scrutinize
hiding
on him.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, critical failure. Ooh.
I believe every word. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
so
not-
you're like, yeah, no,
It's
this
fine.
man does not drink, even though he reeks of rum. It is like baked into his skin at this point, the smell of it. But no, his
What
man does
person
not-
spilled that on you? That is the rudest thing I've ever heard. Someone looking for their family and then they just throw booze on them? That's
Clearly, he just perspires alcohol.
Yes, obviously.
Yes.
I'm
Totally-
gonna
totally
hold
makes
on to
sense.
this. I'm gonna hold on to this as a fail forward. We're not gonna use this right now, Nanyehi. We're gonna use this later.
I like it.
Are there many other of the townsfolk that are with us, or is it mainly just our group?
Right
that's
now,
going with
it's
them?
it's all of you. You're all together walking.
Right. So
Okay.
it's the five of us and then six more, right?
Six, yeah. William
Okay.
of
Are there
the,
any-
sorry?
other military-looking folks in that group
No.
that came with?
No,
Okay.
not with these folks. These are just townspeople.
Okay.
All right, so you set off into the night, and yeah, he says it's going to be a couple hours. And they pass by pretty uneventful. He kind of keeps to himself and sniffling the whole way. You do hear the occasional howl in the distance every once in a while, and he starts shuddering and he just kind of starts weeping again. My boys, the wolves. The mud on the road is starting to stick to your boots, and the ice is starting to form on all the puddles from the ruts in the road that was left by the carts and the hoof prints along here as it gets colder and colder as the night goes on. But you eventually do reach where he claims his cart was. When you get there, there is no snow at all. This is where, and he claims there was a snow squall that took place and that the wagon had broken down. But when you get there, there is no snow and no wagon.
Strange that it all melted like this.
Did the wagon melt too?
Calvin, I'm sure you can explain this.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what it is. As he's kind of stuttering.
Poor man's hysterical.
the
Starts
the
patting him on the back.
the townspeople walking around with lanterns. One of them points, hey, there's footprints all over here. It's a mess of them all over the place. And there's ruts cut in the mud. And they kind of motion you over. And you do see that there are sets of footprints, like a ton of them, like almost in a circle in this area. And it looks like multiple footprints, not just from one person. There's multiple sizes, different types of boot in the snow here. And you do see that it looks like a cart or something that would have left tracks, like 2 tracks in the snow, has been dragged off away from this area. Everybody go ahead and make me a routine survival test, please, when you're looking at this scene. Who are we missing here? Oh, another critical failure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Woo. Okay. You do not find any of the tracks, and
I'm noticing it's giving it against 55 rating. I blame programming.
yikes. Gideon. What's gonna happen here? gonna look at your character sheet here quickly, Gideon. Something's gonna happen. But the rest, those who passed, do you see in the sets of footprints? One of them is distinctly smaller footprints, like that of a child, and there's also footprints of what may be an adult, much larger, in this little area here, and leads off into the bush nearby.
So Veronica, kind of still being in charge and having noticed them, is going to try to order people to, well, it's clearly not here. He must be misremembering. Let's go follow the tracks.
Yes, yeah, he's a mess. That's a good call, Veronica. Thank you. He's a mess. Gideon, you, while you're there and you're poking around in the snow, your tincture falls out of your belongings, and you do not notice from your trappings. All right, so Veronica, boom, on point, says, yeah, this man is a mess. Let us follow these tracks. He's obviously not remembering things correctly. So you go and you crash the bush, the group of you, and it's dark. It's a dark night. It's cloudy out, despite the full moon. So you really are relying on these lanterns right now to see, and they're only shining in a small radius around you, so it's hard to see anything in front of you. And you do hear the occasional howl off in the distance. All of a sudden you're hitting bush, and it's winter, so the twigs start snapping loudly. All of a sudden, they don't cause much of a barrier for you because they are so cold and frozen. But you do come up about a mile up the road. You come to a small scene on the dirt road, and there's blood everywhere. There's blood on the ground. There's ripped scraps of clothing. There is the larger footprints and the smaller footprints. And upon seeing this, Calvin just collapses. He collapses, weeping. And he takes one of the tattered pieces. He goes, "This was my son's coat. This was part of my son's coat. What happened? The wolves got him." Everybody, upon surveying this scene of horror and violence, I need you all to make me a challenging resolve test to kind of keep it together as you come across this and you realize that this poor boy, something has happened to this poor boy. This might be a good time to spend them fortune points if you fail.
I'm gonna.
Same.
With you all have like a bank of fortune points. I don't even think it's a concern at this point that I need to make them go away, because there is
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a fortune or a coin. They're called.
It's a coin, yeah.
Coins. Yes, a coin.
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 Correct yourself.
Too many years of Zweihander. It's hard. I gotta.
Yeah, I'm not passing that. I got a 64.
I got worse on my reroll.
I passed this time. Yay. Am I the one that's gonna be okay with this? Oh no, it's me and Gideon.
You're Gideon.
So Gideon and Nanyehi passed. I have to look down at my phonetic spelling every time I say your name. The only two passed. So the rest of you are going to take some peril damage from seeing this scene of violence and horror and this poor boy's fate. You can assume happened to him. So let's see, will I roll low? I'll roll low. You suffer 5 points of mental peril. Now, does that move any of you down your track, on your peril track?
Does not move Red Bonnie down. Red Bonnie's got a pretty decent peril threshold.
Red Bonnie's still
Veronica
stuff.
either.
Veronica, oh yeah, you're a warrior, you're a soldier. Yeah, you're fine with this.
I'd hope nobody has a willpower bonus of 2. That'd be...
Yeah, I would hope that's pretty low. I'm good. Yeah.
Oh, even Archibald holds it together?
Archibald, don't underestimate the old man, thank you.
All right, so yeah, you've got this scene of violence. Calvin is in the snow, on his hands and knees, clutching this piece of cloth.
I'll go ahead. I'll put a hand on his shoulder. I feel kind of bad. There. Don't rush to conclusions. And I'm not really committed to that, but I'm trying. This isn't what I'm good at.
Nanyahi just looks at Archibald and wonders why he's trying to play her role. So then she kind of slides him to the side like gently, and then
Thank
gets
you.
down next to him.
I look so relieved that you do that. I'm like, oh, good.
Pats him on the shoulder while she looks back at Archibald with a questioning look. Like, what did you think?
I don't know.
Look, we don't know anything, and you said you have 2 sons. We have to hold it together for the second one.
Yes, my other boy. Hopefully he's all right.
Right.
As he kind of says that, and you guys are comforting him, you finally see him open up his coat, and he pulls out a bottle and takes off the cork, and he just starts chugging a bunch of.
Nanyahi goes to grab it and pulls it away from
He's,
his mouth.
he is not. He's got a death grip on that.
I will fight him.
you will fight him.
I will pull it out of his hand.
I will say this is where your fail forward is going to happen, and you are unable to take the bottle from this grieving man.
She will attempt to pull it out of his hand.
You do your best, and
No.
the cold of the night. There's gonna be no I was gonna say the perspiration on this bottle. There's no perspiration on a bottle of alcohol. It's just kind of cold and wet. Some is dribbled down and it slides out, and he clutches it back right away and puts the cork back in, and it's almost like, my precious. Looks at you and puts it back in his coat. Someone's
That
got a
was
train.
not the
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Train.
It's the hype train. That's
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a little
that's
late.
what it is.
It's fine.
That's what it is.
That's all.
It's
That
behind
train-
schedule tonight.
Hey, when that train
So-
comes around, we all should just go
I like
to
it.
hide it.
So, so yeah, Nanyahi, she cannot obviously pry this away from this poor grieving man that obviously has forgotten everything in the midst of all of his heartbreak. She stands up and she kind of does the mom stance with her hands on her hips and just stares at him like, are you happy with what you've done at this point?
Yes.
That's when I will approach, and
Yes.
I would go.
Can I see the piece of your child's clothing? Maybe
And-
we can get a scent from that.
He's clutching it to his chest and he looks at you, and at first it's like he's resistant, and then he sees your dog Peppers next to you, and he remembers that you had asked about this earlier, and he like slowly puts his hand out and gives it to you.
All
And
right.
as you take it, he still holds onto it pretty tight, but you eventually get it from his grasp.
Okay, because I was just gonna have him like bend with me as well if he wouldn't let it go. Just like I would have it and have him bend with me to the dog.
Right.
but I would grab it. I would kind of examine it and kind of lean down and pet Peppers on the head. It's like,
Okay, we've got to find this child, Peppers. Do your stuff.
and I kind of put it just below her his nose, and
Right.
she smells it, sniffs it, and does he catch a scent of anything, or
Yeah, you got a hunting dog. The hunting dog does pick up a scent, starts wagging its tail and like excitedly like trying to nudge you in a direction. But the direction your dog's trying to nudge you in does not follow the footprints that lead off from this scene.
oh,
So there's footprints that lead into it, and there's also footprints that lead off, and it's just a single set of prints. But he is not wanting to go in that direction. Peppers is not wanting to go in that direction
not wanting to go to the direction that the kid
Wait.
is.
with the footprints. Peppers is trying to take you in a different direction.
Oh.
Dog's looking for salt.
Sorry, a different game. We have dogs that are named Salt and Pepper. Sorry.
Oh,
Please tell me it's Peppa, like P-E-P-A.
It is. And there's a third dog named Spinderella, so it's pretty great.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wow. Okay, so I would make everyone aware of what's going on.
mm-hmm.
It's like, Pepper, so he picked up a scent, and everything else goes that way. Peppers wants us to go that way.
The group of men from the town that have formed and came with you say, "No, the tracks go this way. Your dog's crazy. It's old. It's senile."
Ooh, that's where you're wrong, buddy. Peppers has been by my side this entire time. She's kept me alive in multiple situations. I completely trust Pepper, especially over, well, a bunch of animals like you.
say, fine, well, we'll follow those prints, and you can follow your old mutt into the bush.
Veronica will voice support for following Pepper's nose.
Peppers. As you're standing there, you're kind of arguing with the townsfolk, the people of Trenton. All of a sudden, you hear the bush crashing in front of you. Again, it's dark lanterns, cloudy night. The bush is crashing in front of you. Something is coming through in your direction into this opening.
Can I see it?
Oh, yes, you can. That's right. Okay, so Gideon has dark vision, or you can see complete darkness. So it's not what's it called in here? What's the trait called?
It's called when I get
It's
if I can find
Shadows
it
be
again.
gone.
Shadows be
There you
gone.
go.
You can
Yep,
see
shadows be
total
gone.
darkness. You treat total darkness as perfect light. So yes, Gideon, you can. So as they're kind of arguing about peppers, there and where they're going to go and this and that, you hear crashing in the bush. And you look over in the direction, and you see a man coming through the bush. And as he moves aside the trees and the bushes and all that, you see it's actually Livingston, who was on the road with you earlier today.
Cool. So we know Livingston.
That's
the guy. That's the guy. Yeah.
He traveled on the road with you. He brought you into the tavern earlier tonight. The Quaker.
Yeah.
Livingston. Hey, what do you?
You see him pop his head. He can't see in the dark, so he just sees lights, and you're shouting loose, and he's just like, "Who's there? Who is that?"
Oh, okay. Listen to my voice. Just walk straight.
He starts walking towards the lights, to the lanterns. But he
Okay.
Who is that? Who knows my name? Who is out here at this time of night?
Oh, it is Gideon. It's the group that you led into the town this morning. Dropped us off at the inn.
Gideon, I did not think we'd meet again so soon. And he starts trudging through the snow towards you in this little clearing opening, in the forest. And he gets up on you and he greets you, puts his arm around you and is happy to see you again. What is happening here? And he sees the violence, the violent sight with all the blood. My God, what happened here? What took place?
Well, that's what we're hoping to find out. There's a couple of missing kids, Livingston.
Oh, there's wolves in the area, don't you know?
Yeah, that's why we're here. We're hoping to find them unharmed.
Don't you know?
Where was this taking place again? Was it?
Yeah, he goes, "Oh my!
know.
Is there anything I could do to help? What is happening now?"
Well, it looks like we're about to split our group with the townsfolk led by William came with us, right?
Yes, William is there. Correct. He is there, and Livingston sees him.
Led by William, they were going to go follow some tracks this way. We were about to follow Peppers. Gideon's lovely pup. You're familiar with her, right?
Oh yes, Peppers. It's good to see Peppers again.
Yes, we're going. Peppers has a scent that we're going to go follow ourselves.
Well, can I accompany you? Dangerous if this thing's killing things out here in the forest. Can I come with you? I'm out actually looking for my dog, the one I had to go home and let out. He took off. I heard some sounds in the bush or in the forest, and he took off into the night, and I've been looking for him ever since.
We have no reason not to distrust Livingston, right?
No, as far as you know, yeah.
Yeah,
He was a really nice guy on the road earlier today.
And so Red Bunny's thing is friendship. So Red Bunny's they're gonna nod. Yeah, I mean, I do we have any objections to more eyes to search for these missing boys?
Well, no offense to everyone trying to meet up, but I think we should be moving faster rather than taking our time.
Yes, no, that's a good. It's an excellent point.
Veronica will assign him a task to do.
Okay. so the townsfolk, they head off. They follow the tracks. So like, you guys are nuts. Your dog leading elsewhere. And so Calvin asks if he can come with you. He's like, I don't think that's where my boys are. You've been right so far. You've been so kind to me. You've comforted me. You've given me clothing. You've given me food. This one tried to take my bottle, but the rest of you I like.
Red Bunny's gonna sort of like nod to him knowingly. and then like lean into whisper. It was Nanya Hay, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nadia, hey.
Nanya Hay, tries to take my bottle too. Don't worry about it.
He looks at you and a tear rolling down. He just kind of smiles.
Yeah, but yes, I think it might be a good idea for you and Livingston as well to come with us.
Yes, like I said, I heard wolves out here tonight as well, and my biffer, he took off, and I haven't seen him since.
We'll keep an eye out for Biffer as well.
Very good. Thank you so much for letting me accompany you yet again today.
No, it's no problem. I'm just glad to help our friend.
Yeah. So you all crashed the bush, and Peppers is hot on the trail, just like taking off. And Gideon, you have clear line of sight of where Peppers is going because you can see in the dark. Whether you have lanterns or not, because he would run right out of lantern sight, but you see him no problem. It's a cool combination, actually. Of
Yeah,
of
yeah, it
powers.
really is. It really is.
Came in very
All right.
handy. All right.
We
Yeah.
go.
So you follow Peppers into the bush, and Calvin's with you, and Livingston's there, and he's just kind of chatting up with the group of you, and he kind of motions to Calvin, and he looks at you, Veronica, and he goes, and he kind of does a motion like smelling, like, and does like a little bottle action.
Yeah, and Veronica will confirm. But we trust, as you know, Peppers has quite a nose on him, and I believe this is the best course of action.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I should.
I'm
not questioning Peppers.
We'll find the truth, even if he can't tell us the truth. We'll discover it for ourselves.
Yes, it's all about the truth. Yes. That's a terrible cough I've noticed you've had this whole journey. Are you all right? Are you well?
You know what? It's been with me for a long time, and I expect I will always have it.
You're very, very courageous. I can't imagine what you would fear in life. You're just always performing and on point. I'm glad you're here helping tonight.
Well, I mean, someone needed to, make sure that everyone knows which direction to go and where to stand, and she'll overestimate her usefulness of organizing everyone.
Yes, you're very sure of yourself. Very, very sure of yourself. Kind of says as you do that. Bits. Thank you, everybody,
for Peppers.
Yeah, Peppers is getting
Peppers
bits in the chat.
These are all just Peppers re-rolls, but Peppers never rolls.
Yeah, right. Peppers just succeeds at everything. So by proxy, Gideon gets all of these.
Exactly.
Peppers is like the true big bad. We reveal it by taking the mask off at the end. Oh no!
Peppers
was a wolf this whole time.
Peppers, who got
it sounded like a train. It's so weird.
It sounded like a train. So weird.
Got his name by accident 2 minutes before we went live. Has become the star of the show.
It's the best way to write villains, don't you know?
Veronica will ask Livingston what he did for a living here in town.
Oh,
is he
Oh, not much. I keep to myself. I was quite active and lively back in the old world, but since coming here, I've just kind of kept to my own,
No one ever seems to care about my cough. I didn't know if maybe you did some
healing.
No,
I was a bookshop keeper at one point, and I left it all behind. I was quite successful. I left it all behind and became a devout Quaker with my life, and I've gave up all my money and donated everything else away, and I've just kind of given my life to this now.
And Veronica is polite about that life choice. Not necessarily in agreement with it, but is not going to be rude about it. And, oh, well, that's interesting. I hope that has been working for you.
I've been quite content since choosing this path. Thank you.
And...
I wonder if...
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to ask what kind of dog Biffer was. And did I get that name
Irish
right?
Wolfhound.
Oh. Does he or she often run away when the
No,
wolves are out?
Biffer is a loyal dog, and he never runs away. This is very unlike him. That's why I'm so worried.
Go ahead, Red Bonnie.
I was gonna ask. This was like a completely out of character thing. I was gonna ask. Does Livingston raise oats?
No, he does not. He avoids that stereotype of raising oats. No, he, as far as you can tell, he's not a wealthy man. He's not a farmer.
No, he's a Quaker.
He's a Quaker. I know. As soon as I see Quaker, I think of oatmeal. Also, I'm not gonna lie. And did Wilford Brimley do ads for that also? I think so.
Quaker Oats.
Yeah, did
Damn
he?
right he did.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. I knew you knew you'd have my back on
He's
this.
a saint. May he rest in peace.
Thank God there's somebody with obscure references to cereal commercials.
I can always rely on Jeff for these things.
Thank you for your Brimley knowledge.
Yes, thank you.
He also did diabetic testing supplies. You're welcome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
He also performed in a jazz band. He did modern jazz. I'm not gonna. Never mind. Go ahead, Matt. I'm gonna read the hell
All
out
right,
of
that
this
was
if we go down
was
this
our
path.
Brimley break for the stream. Thank you, everybody. Now back to the action.
Sponsored by.
Yeah. So you guys continue on between Gideon's ability to see in the dark, Pepper's nose. I keep wanting to say Pepper's peepers, but it's Pepper's nose. It's Gideon's peepers and Pepper's nose. You are able to eventually come across a small clearing in the forest, and in the clearing you see a small, dilapidated house, 2-story house. The moon is shining down, and most of you can see this. You can't see it as well as Gideon does, but it's a 2-story house. It's kind of dilapidated. It's kind of leaning to the side, but you do see that there is candlelight flickering inside. And when you're studying this house from a distance, you can see on the second floor, behind a curtain on the window, you can see the silhouette of someone on the second floor. They're moving.
Livingston, do you know who lives in this abode?
No, I don't know. I've never been out here before this far. I have no idea where we are.
Does the silhouette look older or taller? Like it would be an adult, not a child?
Yes, an adult. Yes, good question. Good investigative question. Yes, it looks like it would be an adult. Calvin, seeing this, he becomes frightened. No. We should no. My boys are not here. We shouldn't go here. No.
What?
And he starts going for his bottle again. He's shaking.
He's kind of trying to stop him. Like she's not full on grabbing the bottle, but she's pushing it away slightly and trying to distract him by asking him if he does he know this place?
No, but I just have a bad feeling about this. We need to find my boys. There's no prince here. There's no prince here.
But what if they are here? Wouldn't you rather make sure?
Fine. He says as
So
he takes a sip
knock on the door.
And Livingston says, I think we should at least, overturn this stone, should we not?
Of course, just knock on the door. There's clearly someone home. Just ask a few questions.
It's cold out. He turns to Calvin and he says, it's cold out. The boys may have sought refuge here. It's freezing. This would be perfect place for them to take refuge in the evening. Perhaps they were waiting for their father here.
Or perhaps one of them was injured and being tended to by these kindly neighbors living in the middle of nowhere.
Calvin just starts, no, injured, no.
Oh, no, I'm sure they're...
Surely they're just cold, right?
Just
cold.
Yeah, you look down at Calvin's frostbitten fingers. Yeah, it's just cold, just cold.
He looks over at Archibald and kind of gives him the stop it look.
It's very cold out here. My feet hurt. I want to get on the show on the road, please.
Well, yeah. While they're talking about, while they're debating what to do, Red Bonnie is just gonna walk up to the door and knock.
Sure. Yeah. So you walk up. You walk through this clearing to this small, dilapidated 2-story house, kind of leaning on its side. It's seen better days. As you get closer, you see that this house is pretty damn old, and that's kind of unusual also because of the time frame. So this house has been here for a very, very, very long time. You don't see any prints in the snow either as you approach, which is interesting. You knock. There's no answer. You just hear the wind whistling through the trees.
It knocks
And
back.
Yeah, it knocks back. There is no answer. You don't hear any stirring. You don't hear any movement after you've knocked.
Does the figure on the second floor move?
It disappeared. It moved away from the window. If you're watching from a distance, the shadow of the silhouette, I should say, the shadow person disappeared. No, the silhouette disappeared.
I got you to tell us what it is.
The shadow people of the forest.
Oh, so those real things. Archibald will start yelling. It's like, hello. We mean you no harm. Let's ask you a few questions. Hello. Just shouting.
There's no answer. Your voice echoes in the forest and in this clearing. It kind of bounces off the trees and back at you.
Of course, it does have great gravitas. I speak in front of courts cases all the time.
Yeah, what does a magistrate doing out here in the middle of the night? Yeah.
What isn't a magistrate doing out here in the middle of the
Magistrating, obviously.
Clearly.
Gideon keeps an eye on Peppers.
Sure.
Observing her actions, anything like that would, give out any, like, maybe she's scared or
Peppers? Yes. Peppers she's sniffing around the house and kind of scratching at it, but she also like backs away after she does so. And is whimpering, almost like has her head hung low, but scratches at the door and then kind of walks behind you.
Okay. And I would let everyone know as well.
It's like, oh, I may have a bad feeling about this. Peppers is acting like there's something wrong. So keep a lookout. Sharp eyes.
Veronica would like to pace the outside of the house and look for alternate entrances or exits.
Yeah. I like it. Go ahead and make me... Ooh, it is nighttime. Make me a hard... No, you're just looking for entrances and exits. Standard. Standard. Scrutinize.
Those are some really hidden doors.
Yeah, these
Where'd
secret
they go?
hidden doors. Just a standard. Scrutinize, if you will, as you kind of take in this house. You're not able to find any doors of any sorts other than the front door.
We are sitting on six coins extra besides.
No, you got to save for the shadow people.
They are real?
Would it be easier if I tried it?
Oh yeah, anybody can try it. 100%. You can give it a go. It will be, because you can see in the dark, trivial for you. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Doing some Flames of Freedom. We're doing a live playthrough, the first live playthrough of Flames of Freedom tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. Everybody who's here and has been here from the beginning, who's joined us halfway through, whenever, and thank you for the folks who just raided. 13. So you go around this little hovel, this little house, shack, if you will. There are no other ways in or out. And again, even with your roll, you don't see footprints in the snow anywhere around here.
Is this one of those situations where if I tapped into my judgment is here and allowed him to crit succeed that there could be information?
I will tell you right. I'll just be straight up with you. There's no additional information.
Okay, fair enough. I'll see.
I will be a fair historian.
Yeah. No, seriously. There are really nothing else. Oh, okay. I guess.
Shadow people.
Clear.
Keep chasing those false leads.
Yeah.
The ravens are here. Oh, thank you for the subscribing. Oh, Pixel Prowler, thank you for gifting a subscription. Mm-hmm. All right. So, no movements, no sounds. Veronica and Gideon have kind of cased the joint, and they come back around to the front to where the rest of you are standing. And Calvin, he's kind of shaking. Oh no! What's your dog doing? What's Pepper's doing?
Um,
Peppers is stuck to you, and you, like you said, Peppers kind of like likes to keep her distance also. Like she'll stay close, but also kind of back off, and she's like glued between your legs, like pressed up against you.
yeah, she's a little scared. I've only seen her like this in a few situations. A bear or something bigger, or maybe even a large crowd that's very hostile. But the fact that we don't see anything and we've cased the outside of the place and she's acting like this, I think we should just proceed. Be very cautious.
What do you mean proceed?
I think our friend here is suggesting we break into the building.
Little B&E in your future.
But I'm sorry, as an officer of the law, I cannot approve.
Oh, but the children might be in danger, Archibald.
Yeah, it might be so, but
It's justified.
but we saw we haven't any real proof of that, so I'm just going to look this way, and just so
Come on, there's noise over there.
while I'm doing so. So be it.
Well,
So I have a
just
Yes.
go ahead.
Would we have noticed that Calvin was acting a little squirrely when we came up to the building? Like,
Yeah.
is that-
Oh yeah. 100%. He's terrified. He's almost acting like Peppers, and he's just squirrely and just like I don't think it's a good idea, guys. No. And he's frightened. He keeps taking little nips out of his bottle.
Veronica would like to
Keep trying to stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Veronica would actually join in that. Kind
Drinking?
of getting no, sorry, in trying to take the alcohol away. Kind of getting to this point of like, we're about to put ourselves in danger, and you might know something. And so I'm actually looking to do maybe like an intimidation, like take the bottle away.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
no, this is not. You're
Yeah.
not doing this anymore.
I like
you
it.
you know something, and you're not telling us.
Does Veronica have any abilities that would tap into that? Out of curiosity.
Most of her traits are battle specific.
Okay.
But she does have a skill rank in intimidation, so
I like it. I like it.
just standard.
No. This man's a coward. He it'll be easy intimidate. No, this man is a coward.
Pull your gun
Veronica.
out and point it at him while you're doing it
Can I-
too, just to get an extra +10.
Can I assist now that someone's trying to help me get this
Sure.
guy to stop
Yeah, yeah.
being drunk?
Like
Yeah,
I'm
you
taking
get an
the
assist
bottle.
die from Nanye. Seriously have to look down every time. Boom! Critical
There you
success!
go.
Whoa!
Nice.
What do you want to do
You
with that?
won.
You take the bottle
Well, I'm
from
not
him.
gonna.
And what do you want to do? Do you want it to like empty, or what do you want to do with it? Like, I'll
I am
turn it to you.
definitely kind of doing the taking the bottle and just throwing it in the snow.
Okay.
Kind of as far away as I can go. Like
Yeah.
you have been misleading us from the beginning. Your kids are missing, and you are just drowning yourself in the bottle. You clearly know something. If we're about to put our lives in danger going into that building, you need to talk now.
With my assist, I go, yeah. That is it.
He kind of collapses in the snow. He goes, "It's all my fault. It's all my fault. My first boy took off, and I hit the bottle, and I got so drunk, and then the second boy took off, and I passed out in the snow, and now they're dead. They're dead. And for all I know, wolves ate them because I couldn't stop drinking. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And he's just kind of just a mess. He's just like breaking down in the snow.
Nanyahi slaps him.
Like that scene from Airplane. You're all lined
Get
up,
it
and the old
together!
slap, and the next person
Yes.
goes, slaps his face.
Someone's got a cricket bat just ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See-
you kind of, you hit
After
him.
hearing this, she straight slaps him straight across the face.
Yeah,
Get it together.
he kind of snaps out of it. Oh, no, you're right. There's a chance my boys might still be alive, and your dog sure seems to think that they might be in here.
She knows.
But what do you know about this building? You are clearly afraid of this building specifically. What do you
Nothing.
know?
I have a bad feeling about it. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
You,
Please,
in your drunken state, have a bad feeling.
He's lying in the snow, and he tugs at your pant leg, and he's like, "Where did it go? Where did they throw it? You can see. Where is it?"
Your bottle?
His bottle. He's asking for it in.
I'll
'Cause
go
they
pick it up
they whipped it
and
out in the
pour it
snow.
out.
Nanyahi
Oh.
slaps him again while he's doing that.
All right, you slap him. Archibald pours it out.
I gotta sip first, then I'll.
Yeah. Taking
Hold
Well,
on.
then, yeah, he's busy.
All right, he's a mess. He's a mess. He's just lying on the ground. He's maybe there's some more in there. And he gets a little bit of courage. Yes, my boys. We should look for my boys. Yes. And he goes and he goes and pushes at the door. Gets up a snow. And the door swings.
Glad you have a motivator now.
Oh.
2 hours later, where was this 2 hours ago?
He kind of just like falls into the door and it swings open. It's not locked. It's not bolted. There's a very flimsy latch on it. And inside you see the main floor is 2 rooms. You see it opens up into a sitting room. It looks like there's a bookcase. There's books scattered all about in front of the bookcase on top of a rug. There is a sitting chair and there's books and notes, around the sitting chair. There's a fireplace near the chair itself. You notice that other than that, this room is pretty sparse, but there are a set of stairs going up to what you could only assume is the second floor. And on the other side of this sitting room, like poking through, like it's a big open area. There's just small walls dividing it. It looks like there's a kitchen behind this sitting room on this
take a
main
look
floor.
at those books and papers to see if there's.
Oh, the magistrate's the
signs.
first one to walk in, huh?
Of course, I have to ensure this. The door just swung open.
What happened to this law and order?
I was busy looking, and then the door, a gust of wind happened to open.
Yes.
Drunk one.
Drunk gust of wind.
Hello. Your door seems to be broken. Something's quite,
just
not
shout
quite
that
right
out?
with it.
Shadow
Very
people, your
certainly
door
get
is broken.
I know a man who's very good at carpentry.
But only upwards.
It's not good with. Normally, it's just stairs and other vertical things. But
Jacob's
door.
Ladders. That was his
Yeah.
business name.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, man.
I didn't even catch that.
That's why I went initially.
Yeah, I
Oh, I feel like an idiot.
It's canon now. Peppers and
Yeah.
Jacob's Ladders in
Yep.
in Newark, New Jersey are canon.
Oh, and did you hear the new name of the game is actually the Flaming Hot Peppers of Freedom? Like,
Yeah.
it's actually that's true. That's really what it is going to be.
I like
it's
it.
amazing.
Thank you.
I like
Thank you.
I like we're just crowdsourcing titles. It's really
The
nice.
5 of you for creating this. All right. So
I mean, the
we've got-
door's open. So
the door is
it
open.
seems
The
silly
magistrate
not to
just
go
like
inside.
is the first one in, and right away scurries over to the books. Go ahead and make me an easy awareness test as you kind of like scan the books on the bookcase and the ones laying about on the floor.
I figure me going in makes it an official search. We're searching for children.
I have a warrant. It's not
It's-
with me.
I have probable cause. Oh no, I'll re-roll that.
Yeah, you've got a whole bunch of rerolls banked up. Why don't you go ahead
Yeah,
and
that's
do
fine.
that? You've got like so many extras at this point. I don't even know when to start taking them off and giving them to me because you have such a bank of fortune or of coins, I should say. Sorry,
I lost
getting better.
count. I think we have 5 left, but there could
5
have been
left
more
on top of.
Yeah.
Okay,
on
thank
top
you.
of the normal stuff.
Thank you. I'll make a little thing here too then. Coins.
A lot of coins.
Perfect. All right. Peppers for president. Yes, I agree. Write that in on your ballot. No, I'm a Canadian. Don't listen to me. I'm not part. I don't know anything about your election.
Please don't tell people to do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm a Canadian. I have nothing to do with this.
Oh,
Don't do that.
Pepper, president. I love it.
Careful, we're your neighbors.
You mean
I'm just
we're
saying.
your neighbors?
Same.
It's
the same thing.
Same
We're
thing.
both
A one-way
neighbors of each
street?
other.
Is that?
Yeah. Not like a
Remember,
first
one
dates thing. I think
person
we
who's a neighbor?
became neighbors at the exact same time.
Did we just became neighbors? I think so.
Okay.
So
Yep.
you look at the books.
Rural Initiative Canada.
Oh, I want those Canadians in this damn book.
Uh,
Next, that'll be in a supplement. We're gonna get the Canada supplement, and I can't wait. So the topics of the books range from mythology, Plato, Socrates or Socrates, if you watched Bill and Ted recently, Shakespeare, and other classic writers. You also find some tomes about Freemason society, and some of them are actually written first-hand accounts of people who have ventured too far into the wilderness. It looks like quite a
Alarming.
smattering of books here.
It began very impressively, but these books on Freemasonry have me a bit concerned. Are the rest of you coming inside?
Oh yeah, Red Bonnie is. They're gonna just walk right in and just sort of like survey the room.
We have a very our host is an intelligent person, well read, but holds up like some of the Freemasonry book.
Yeah.
Ethically and morally challenged, perhaps. Be prepared for anything.
What do you have against the Freemasons,
I mean,
Archibald? You also, when you do that, when you pick up that book on Freemasonry, you also notice that there's a book lying next to it. It's a journal of a soldier. Appears to be from King Philip's War, and there's a note on the next to it. It's opened up, and there's passages that are kind of circled and notated, and it's an account of George Washington's surrender at Fort Necessity during the French-Indian War.
Interesting.
If you want to, you can take a closer look into some of these. You making a challenging education test.
Sure, I'll definitely do that.
Dive deeper into
that.
these.
That certainly has me kind of curious, especially since we were looking for a woman who was part of the revolution, so to speak.
A revolutionary.
I'll re-roll it.
Okay, so now we're down to 4 extra.
I think it's
on top of the 12 that are on stream. Oh, you have to take that. Oh.
No, I gotta take it. 95.
Crap.
Think you're so smart.
Yeah.
I am.
Just
I have a point in education.
Yeah, there was nothing of use in these books, and just kind of toss in the fire. No, he doesn't. Anyway, he believes he's uncovered all
ripping pages.
Yeah, and eats them. So no one else can read them.
This isn't writing. These are just scribbles. Ripping pages out, shoving them into my coats to make myself warmer.
Archibald's convinced there is nothing else in these books. If anybody else wants to take a closer look, you're more than welcome to. You can roll me a challenging education test to do so. Red Bonnie, you said you're surveying the room. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So yeah, the same thing. Is sitting area over in one corner. There's a rug, books, a bookshelf, a rocking chair, a fireplace, and just past this room you see a kitchen, and there's some stairs leading upstairs to that second floor where you saw that shadow, that silhouette in the window.
I mean, I flipped to fail, but I'll try the education roll.
Yeah, do it. Flip to fail. It doesn't matter.
Now that we're in the house, I still pay attention to Peppers and his reactions.
Oh, 91.
Reroll.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very nice.
Making up for the other one.
Yay, with the critical success. So Pepper, I'm just gonna jump back to
that's fine.
Peppers is like reluctant to come in. She's like if you want her to come in, you're gonna have to like pull her in or pick her up. She's just like she's dug her feet in the snow at this point.
Whew. I pick her up.
Okay, she's whimpering, but she's just pressed right up against you as you carry her, almost like nuzzling into your shoulder, but just letting out like faint whimpers.
Okay.
You feel her
All
shaking.
Right. Yeah, I would try my best to calm her down, and maybe hum a little tune to her, and maybe like I don't know, like an older tune that I've done since she was a puppy.
Yeah, so she recognizes. Yeah, it starts to coax and calm her down, and she's like just kind of again like nuzzles her nose like between your chest and your arm there, as you're holding her in your arms.
Okay.
Then Yehi though, over on the other side of the room, as you're comforting Peppers, picks up these books as Archibald is proceeding to rip them and says, "Whoa, you missed something there, buddy." Mr. Magistrate.
So very tired. I just can't see. Yeah, make something of this.
You notice that there is some faded pencil markings on some of the pages. And when you start looking at passages, it speaks of a coming shadow, a creeping dread that fills men's hearts. You also notice that every mention of General Washington is struck out. It's crossed out. And near the end of the book, written twice, scrawled in all capital letters, is Mandog, D-O-A-G, Mandog, dog, in like an unsteady hand, M-A-N-D-O-A-G.
And she kind of points at that, with Archibald, since he was the other one looking at the books. And what do you make of that? I don't know what that means.
I already failed, but unless you wanted me to do another roll, I could. I'll just play down.
No, just play like Nanyehi has pointed it out to you now, and you're a little embarrassed because you were such a pompous, sure of yourself sort of individual. And, there's nothing here, and Nanyehi's like, "What are you talking about? It's right here, buddy."
Might have been why.
A robust library in my offices. I shall have to do additional research. It's a curious name. I shall make note of it. Thank you, Nanyehi. Yes,
Of course.
yes.
Could we stop using this for tender then at this point, maybe?
Oh yes, it's probably.
I didn't have any of the chowder. I'm very hungry. But I'm just seeing things right now.
She just kind of nods, wraps the book up, and puts it in her bag while looking at him strangely.
It's awesome.
Red Bonnie
Yes.
is going to probably they're going to say, "Hey, I'm going to head upstairs.
Sure.
See if there's."
Veronica would be happy to join.
That's a good idea. So Red Bunny's going to go head upstairs with Veronica,
Yeah.
and Red Bunny's going to once they're out of sight of Archibald, they're going to draw their knife, just in case.
Okay. Red Bonnie's drawing their knife. Veronica, are you arming yourself as well when you see Red Bonnie do this?
Sure, I'll go ahead and pull out my sword.
Okay. Very good. So you head up the creaky stairs. Calvin, he makes off towards the kitchen. While all this is going on, he makes off towards the kitchen back there. He sees some barrels and such. I'll go take a look in there for my boys. Maybe they're back there. Well, this is going while you were doing the library checks and all that, and because this is all happening simultaneously. And Livingston goes, he looks at the group of you, and he kind of to you all specifically, Veronica, because you kind of had the chat about him, and he's like, "I'll keep an eye on him." And then Red Bonnie and Veronica head upstairs. You head upstairs, and it's the same sort of setup. It's just two large rooms. It looks like one room to the back of this house is a bedroom, and another room to the front is like the powder room.
All right. Red Bunny's gonna start trying to quietly make their way across the I guess the area to sort of keep an eye out for where that possible shadow would have gone.
Sure. It looks like it may have been in the window of the powder room when you're just kind of surveying and taking note of that. So head into the powder room. You see there's a large claw-footed tub in here. There's a basin. There's, the toilets of the time. A pot. Chamber pot. But you do also notice that hanging in here are almost like skins. It's like strange materials, skins, thin skins. These aren't animal skins with fur on or hair on them. These are it's skin of some living creature hanging and dangling in this room, almost like they're being dried out.
Ooh, don't
And
like
the
that.
smell is atrocious, brutal. You start gagging. You don't have to resolve or anything like that, but you just start kind of as you enter this room.
What do they do, Matt?
Oh.
But what is that called again?
Thanks, Jim. That's for the hot dog thing last night. All right. So Red Bonnie, you see this. Veronica, are you joining Red Bonnie and going into the powder room, or would you have gone to the bedroom?
I would want us to stick pretty tight since we
Okay.
thought there could be
So
someone up here.
you see
So
this
I would
also.
go in and see all of the nastiness. And,
Yeah, you start gagging. Well,
yes.
and as you stand there.
Would it be possible for Red Bunny to try and identify these?
Ooh, gruesome. Sure. I'm a seasoned tanner. I know all of the skins of the wild.
Well, I mean,
hmm.
like, mainly like, it's an animal, right? So
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Or
skills. I'm like, what would we?
maybe survival, maybe.
Yeah, survival's gonna be your best bet. It's gonna be a hard survival roll.
Hard. And survival, that is under
Perception.
perception. Thank you. That's not one I'm trained in, though. That's fine. You know what? I'm gonna.
You got 3 extras on top of the 12
25.
you have on
Yeah.
the stream before they start shifting to me.
Can I
Yeah.
assist since I'm here?
Yes,
Just do it
you
that
can
way?
assist. Yes,
All right,
please
Okay.
I'll
do.
do it that way. See how that works.
So we're down to 3 extra.
I am no helpful.
Roll the same
Rerolls.
thing. Yeah.
Same thing.
Now
Yeah, I'm at 3 too. Yeah.
the fun thing. Oh, okay,
There
cool.
you go.
I was
Nice.
gonna say
nice
the fun
roll.
thing is that Red Bunny has Take a Mulligan as a trait,
Oh, nice.
so
Perfect.
that would let them re-roll again if they needed. But it
Nice.
doesn't look like that.
So, you look these skins over, and like I said, like this isn't a deer pelt. This isn't from like a bear or an elk or anything like that. Would be killed and their pelts would be kept. Bison, nothing like that. This almost seems human.
That's
And
what I
it
was
looks-
afraid of.
It seems like almost like something like how a snake sheds out of its skin. Like it's almost been molted.
Oh, that's not what I expected.
And you're gagging the whole time.
Yep, and like Red Bunny's gonna look over at Veronica and say, these are. How big are they?
They are like lengthwise about 6 feet long, but like maybe like 2 or 3 feet wide.
These are people's skins, but it doesn't look like they've been skinned. It reminds me more of a snake shedding its skin, Veronica. I don't like this at all.
No, nope. And this wasn't what we saw from outside. Unfortunately.
No, it was we saw like an actual person moving, right?
As far as you could tell, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe your eyes playing tricks on you. Maybe that's what you saw.
I don't like this, Veronica. Should we tell the others?
I would like to leave this room.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good call. That's a good call.
Let's
Red
do
Bunny's
that.
gonna hustle out.
Yeah. And then check the other room and then go tell everybody.
Sure. As you start crossing the hallway to the other room, the others are downstairs in the main room. All of a sudden, all of you in this house, because it's so small, so tiny, you can hear the sounds of like a confrontation or a scuttle coming from the kitchen. All of a sudden, you hear Calvin scream, leave me alone! Leave me alone!
I will waddle over.
Yeah,
What is
waddle
it
over,
now?
and you look in.
As a bottle of brandy beating you to the
He's
punch.
he's holding a bottle of rum in one hand, and he's got a fire poker in the other. And he says, "He tried to bite me!" And he's pointing at Livingston. And Livingston says, "I was just trying to stop him from getting more booze. I didn't try to bite you. Put the poker down. Step away." And he's trying
Calvin,
to, and
We're
Calvin's just
trying
like,
to help you find your children. Could you please take something seriously from
No,
us?
he tried to bite me. I bent over. I found this bottle, and next thing I know, he was over me, and he tried to bite me.
It's ridiculous. This is-
And then,
And
yeah,
after-
he slips
Good.
through and grabs the bottle, by the way.
Yeah. He says, "I can smell this sin on you. Your lust for the drink is what killed your boys." Says to Calvin.
Livingston, I don't disagree, but it's a bit unnecessary right now. We have bigger fish to fry, so to speak.
Perhaps. He walks over to Calvin, who's lying there. He says, "Despicable." And as he does that, he all of a sudden lunges at Calvin and stabs him with a knife that he pulls from his coat.
Jeez.
Fumbling for my pistol. Like no.
Try to hit him with the bottle in my hand.
You
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Can I attempt that?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we enter some combat?
Okay.
Why don't we do that? We're gonna do some
thank you.
combat. You're gonna fight Livingston Ghoul. What was that from? Livingston Ghoul. I feel like that's from something.
Instant Ghoul? I don't know.
I don't know.
Looking it up.
Mm.
I know a
You're
lot of
making things up.
weird nonsense.
Put a rock in that bottle.
Put a rock in the bottle and smack him.
Yeah.
You could do that. All right. Let's do this. Ba, 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 ba. Let's do the initiative track. Okay, I'm gonna pull y'all over.
Oh, Frost.
All right.
And I'll get you on the initiative tracker. We're gonna get to use possibly some of the new combat actions here in Flames of Freedom.
Oh, Matt, we are absolutely going to if I can get down there.
Oh, you'll get down here. Well, I don't. Maybe the others will stop him before it gets out of hand. But he's stabbed this man and he is bleeding all over the floor. Where's my Quaker token? Where's my Quaker? There he is.
Missing its oats.
That's right. Oh, he's ginormous. He's huge. So, oh wait, Red Bonnie's not there. It's Nanyehi. I have to look at my notes. And Archibald, Gideon. I'm taking you're still kind of like halfway between the two rooms with Peppers.
Yes.
And we got Red Bonnie and Veronica upstairs.
Looks good, man. I like it.
Dungeon draft?
I love Dungeon Draft.
I
It's
do
just the
too.
greatest.
I really
So
do.
good.
All right, so we set up our scene. You're in this kitchen area. There's pots and pans. There's a bleeding Calvin on the floor. Livingston is standing over him with a knife. He just lunged at him and stabbed him. He looks like he was. If you had to, categorize it in Zweihander or Frames of Fleeting terms, grievously wounded. If you were to, label it, it looks like he's in pretty bad shape. So, everybody on my initiative tracker, except for my Quaker. With the knife in the kitchen. Ooh, he rolled terribly.
CJ, I didn't. What's your initiative?
Oh wait.
Roll 1d10 and then it's on the second tab. You'll have your initiative score, which is 3 plus your perception bonus.
All right. Rolling a d10.
Ooh.
Oh no.
What's your perception bonus? On your character sheet.
What's the tens digit on your perception score?
Thank you, Kay.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you have a 40 on perception or what?
One moment.
Okay.
I had it on a separate window and
Needs more salt. Oh, Adam just bought you guys more.
We're up to 4, I think now.
Yeah, I just yes.
Adam.
Keep it
Thank you,
going.
Adam.
I can find. Where's Gideon?
4.
Oh, there it is.
So it's a
There it is.
7.
Okay.
So 8.
8 total. Perfect. All right. So Livingston is standing there with a bloody knife dripping on the ground. Nanyehi, you are up first. You're right there. You're right next to him. You've got a bottle in one hand. You've got Calvin bleeding out on the floor next to you, and Livingston is standing there with a bloody knife. You were the first to act. What do you want to do?
I'm going to smash it across his head.
Bam. All right. Roll simple melee.
Or attempt to.
Oh, I get some more misfortune. Thank you, Jen. Jen's in my corner tonight.
All right. Sorry, I had to switch difficulty. There we
Oh,
go.
it's all good.
We're going to reroll that.
You have 4 additional fortune or coins. I gotta correct myself. Coins on top of
Coins.
the ones that are already on the stream that flip to me before they start.
Nope, neither one.
Ooh, so close. It's down to 3.
I'm not a fighter.
It's good. All right, you swing the bottle and he just kind of sidesteps it and he looks at you. He's got like this fire in his eyes and this knife dripping blood.
Okay.
He has sinned. The blood of his children is on his hands. Livingston's tone has changed dramatically. That takes us to Red Bonnie. Red Bonnie, you were upstairs. I'm going to say it's going to take you a turn. So, Friends of Freedom, we have turns and rounds and all this good stuff now.
Are we just doing 1 AP right now?
I'm sorry. No,
That's okay.
you get 3 AP. What do you want to do for your others?
That's fine. Okay, so I guess with the second one, I want to attempt... Let's try a knockdown.
Yeah. It.
We'll go with a rough and tumble. Let's actually play with this. So I'm going to attempt a knockdown.
Yep. So that's an athletics test?
Or coordination. Yep, so I'm going to go with athletics.
Coordination. Okay.
And there we go.
45, and I get to resist with coordination.
Yep.
Let's see if how coordinated old Livingston is. Oh yeah, again he's just. You lunge over the bottle and then you dive at him and he just steps back and he's looking at you and he's looking at Calvin and blood. Trims dagger and says, "You'll be next. You'll be next."
Then
one more AP.
I will use my last one with one of my traits. I believe it's field dressing. Yes, field dressing. I can, for 1 AP, do a bind wounds.
Awesome.
And I'm going to do that on Calvin.
Okay.
And I got to go back to the rules for bind wounds. Just a moment.
Do I have fight music in here? Oh, I know. Field of Heroes.
I know the ambient, nice fire was
I felt really calm during this whole fight. I'm like, oh, we're about to die.
we're
You know
fine.
what? Here we go. Okay. It's all right.
Oh, it's back. Okay. You said he is grievously wounded?
He is, yes. If we were to assess him, he would be grievously wounded in Zweihander.
Okay, so that
Flames of
makes
Freedom terms.
it a challenging heal test.
Nice.
That's a 9.
Very
And
nice.
I got it.
Awesome.
So then, because of bind wounds, my intelligence bonus is 5, which means he moves 1 step positively up the track.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'll note that for Calvin. Red Bonnie, now it's your turn. I apologize,
So
Kate.
real
Yeah.
quick before Red Bonnie goes, I just want to throw something in there because a trait
Yes.
of mine will affect her. So because we're starting this off together, I'm going to identify Red Bonnie as my battle buddy.
And what does that
And
do?
so what that means is that so I get to select one ally when
Yep.
combat starts. We both gain a +10 base chance to defend, cannot be flanked, provided
Oh.
we're able to clearly see and hear one another.
I love
So
it.
I'll kind of let you know that as long as we
Yeah.
kind of stick together, we'll be all
Veronica's
right.
badass. For combat, like Veronica's built for combat.
Yep.
Well, the good news is so is Red Bonnie.
Yes, so the two of you as battle buddies is like the perfect combo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And the rest of us are screwed
That
downstairs.
the two people really good for combat are upstairs.
Upstairs in the skin.
Rest of us are just hanging out.
in
with the
skin
one
room.
with the knife downstairs.
Yeah. Only we had known.
All right.
Yeah, so
It's fine.
so it's
Red
gonna take
Bonnie.
us. How long? You said it's gonna take us the whole turn
So
to get down
you
there.
You could charge and do double movement,
Mhm.
and you'd get down there this round.
Mhm.
But you'd not be able to, like, if you want to attack with an engaged weapon, you would not be able to do so. You could fire with a ranged weapon if you wanted to.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So I would have to have a clear shot, right? So I'd have to end up right here.
Yes, yeah, somewhere over where Gideon is. So charge
Okay.
is twice the amount of movement. And add a
Mhm.
D6 fear die. This is a small house. The map is kind of deceiving. It's like a shack, so you could get down there and you can fire. What do you got? What do you have for a ranged weapon, by the way, Red Bonnie? You got some pretty
Oh,
cool
I have
weapons.
a. It says it's a flintlock pistol.
Mhm.
On the character sheet on the Flames of Freedoms, but it's called a turnout pistol in my counts
I
and
wonder if I was
trappings.
using an older version of this when I set up. Maybe. I don't know. So yes, flintlock.
All right. So
Are the weapon qualities? I'll take a look at it. You roll. I'll look at it.
It's got black powder pistol and weak.
'Kay.
The qualities look like they're correct though,
Awesome. Okay, that's the
Yeah,
important
that
thing. Otherwise,
seems
it's
correct.
or
It's gonna be
except
set
for
up.
the inaccurate. It doesn't have. It says it's inaccurate, but looking at the sheet, it does on on the quick start, the flintlock pistol only has black powder pistol and weak.
I am removing inaccurate. Okay, it's set up, good to go.
Okay, so that is a simple ranged then.
Simple ranged.
Okay.
For these purposes, simple ranged.
All right.
Use whatever's programmed in there for the skills.
Okay. And it's gonna be a standard.
It is a standard shot. Yep.
Okay.
If you critically miss, though, you are hitting Archibald or Nanyehi. I'm just warning you now. Oh, but that's a hit. Red Bunny charges down the stairs, pulls out her flintlock from the other room. A shot rings out in this small little house.
I can spend coins to explode, right?
Yeah, you can.
I want to do that.
Yeah, you can. So
So charging? Does charging apply to ranged weapons, or is it only melee weapons?
I'm just looking at a quick start here, just the write up, and it doesn't specify.
It's melee.
Is it melee only?
Melee and
Yeah.
Zwei. I don't.
Successfully make a melee attack, add 1d6 fury die.
Oh yeah, and when you look at the actual like write up, yep.
Okay,
So, no
so
additional on this. But
Dan
you
in
can't
the
make it
chat mentioned
explode.
too.
I am gonna make it explode.
You're not gonna make the gun go faster by you running, you know?
Accelerate the bullet.
Well, we would have to paint the bullets red.
Or flames on the gun.
Yeah.
So you'd be fine.
So on your dice, you had a what, +4? So you've got 8 damage. So you can, because I'm giving you a 6, right? So
and it
9 damage.
But it
No,
explodes.
it's a black powder
Oh,
weapon.
right. Thank you. Black powder explodes again. 8,
7, 10.
10 points of damage to old Livingston. So Nanyehi and Archibald, you're standing there. All of a sudden, a shot rings out, and like you can feel like this ball fly past the velocity of this thing just ripple past your faces and hit the crazed Quaker brandishing a knife. 10 damage. Is that what you did?
So it was it's a 4 plus a 6
Yeah, so
because I
10.
exploded it, so it's a 10.
All right, you hit him, and he's standing there. Blood is pouring out of the wound where you hit him, and you've definitely done some damage to him.
All right, so that was all of my action points.
Excellent. Now it's over to your battle buddy, Veronica,
It is.
coming down the stairs behind you.
So if I can, I would like to go ahead and do the spend 2 AP to charge,
Yes.
and then attack with my cavalry sword.
You won't be able to get within engaged distance this round, even with charging, just from being upstairs and going down the stairs and through the other room.
Okay.
You could fire with a ranged weapon.
I would have to load it first. Is the problem?
You do have
So-
the ability to do the quick load.
I can.
You see defenseless, but it's 0 AP.
Okay. I would do that then. So then I have my brown Bess musket that I would like to shoot with.
Brown Bess.
Let's see how this goes.
Fire!
Nice.
It
That
rings
is
out.
a
Oh.
success.
That is a success. You get your
Shooter.
battle buddy next to you. Rings out. Do you also want to make your damage explode, or are you happy with the 8?
I'll explode it.
Okay. So, what do you add onto it? A 5? Holy crap.
So that's a 4, so that'll be a 12 total.
No. 12.
Wait.
No, you have 5 to your base damage, and then you got a 6 on your Fury die 'cause you spent the thing to make it explode, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
So you start with 11, and then you got 4,
Oh.
5.
That would have meant I would have done 14 then, right?
18.
Oh,
Was there a base damage on your weapon? Then yeah.
14 damage from Red Bunny?
Yeah.
All right, this guy is going to be in rough shape. But Veronica charges around the corner and finishes him off. You raise your brown bess, you fire, and you hit him square in the chest. Another shot rings out, echoes in this house, and he just slumps over down to the ground, just bleeding out on the floor.
I'm gonna, since if he's dead, and I'm next to him, I'm gonna kick the knife away, and like kneel down and make sure like he's really dead and that he's like got nothing else on him. Like what the hell? Why did he do this? Why did he just attack us? That kind
Double
of thing.
tap.
Double tap.
Yeah. Double tap. So
Yes,
I'll be like scrambling and be like, and then
Yeah.
I'll freak out and back away because I realize I don't like doing this.
Yeah.
So kick the knife away and then just like squat down to make sure.
All you find on him is the knife that he was carrying and a small psalm book entitled Book of Devotions.
I'll take the book. Do you know anything about the book?
Just
Anything
over, it
glean
looks
from
like,
it?
no, it's like a prayer book, probably carried by Quakers from what you can tell or assume. There's scribbling in it, but it looks like ramblings of an older person who's getting on in age. They're just like making notes in the corners of the page and on the sides of the page, about different passages and stuff. Nothing really jumps out at you.
Okay.
Why would he just attack him, Calvin like that? I know we all took turns frustrated with the man, but it's trying to kill him is something entirely different.
Red Bunny is gonna I guess approach to check on Calvin.
Oh yeah, poor Calvin's in rough shape. Nanyehi definitely helped him. Like, she stabilized him. It looks like he's not gonna go any further down or in worse shape. But he's kind of like fading in and out of consciousness. He's stabilized though. He's okay. He's not gonna die on you here, thanks to Nanyehi's actions.
Red Bunny's gonna check on their coat that they gave him. Is the coat okay?
Oh yeah, the coat. the coat.
Oh,
The coat is
Where's
blood
shot through?
soaked where he got stabbed.
for note, not my character, so I'm not used to this. I actually have eased the pain, so he's actually up one extra step up the damage
nice.
condition track. I forgot about that.
Nanyehi even better to old cowardly Calvin. But he is fading in and out of consciousness. Like he was stabbed pretty bad, but he is stabilized.
Okay.
Nanyehi is confident that he will make it through the night.
So, and with the situation assessed, they're gonna look at at Archibald and Gideon and Nanyehi and ask, "What happened?"
He said something about him being a sinner and then stabbed him.
Well, that's bizarre.
He seemed to just. He's been a very friendly fellow this
Yeah,
entire time we've known him, and just a hate just came over him
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
that. Huh.
And he's got a book of Psalms. It's like the scribblings of a madman in here. I suspect Mr. Livingston here was not all he pretended to be, perhaps.
Well, that Veronica, Red Bunny's gonna look over at Veronica. Should we tell them what we found upstairs?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Upstairs.
That.
Do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that?
You,
Yeah.
you can go right ahead.
Something. There are skins upstairs, like skins of people, but not like they were flayed. More like, you know how snakes, they shed their skin. It's more like that. And they're just hanging up there.
Then now he covers Calvin's ears, and she goes, "So not the children?"
No, not the children. These were all adult. These were all
Adult-sized
adult-sized skins.
Versus yours. That's great.
She pulls
Have
out
a
her
drink.
Were any of them? Was it just the skin that it have? I don't mean to be indelicate, but we're missing a woman. Was there a woman's skin hanging in the bathroom?
Would we have
Red
been
hair.
able? Would we have been able to
Red
tell
hair.
that?
There was no hair, like
Yeah,
from a scalp or a head
Right.
on these skins. It was
that's why
just
I
like
shifted half the.
the body portion. It seems
Well,
like.
And
We didn't see any. We didn't see any hair.
The
I mean, skin
woman's
is
skin.
skin is skin, Archibald.
I mean, it's a skin suit. I do feel like we would be able to discern. Like I think you could discern.
Were we able
that.
to see like skin tone? Was it like a darker
Okay,
skin
yeah.
tone or a lighter skin tone?
There
No,
we go.
that's a
We know
great that's a great
she's
question.
indigenous.
Because it was almost like a molted skin. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the molted skin of a snake. Like, it's almost like white
It doesn't
and
retain the color.
transparent. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I have medical training. I could look and see if there was something strange about it, if that's what you're worried about. But...
You might want a bandana or something before you.
Oh yeah, it
there.
smells awful up there.
I've
Yeah.
been around things.
So have I. You know my history, right?
Well, birth is not exactly the cleanest thing.
Okay, yeah, no, that you got me
Touche!
there.
To all the folks out there who have seen childbirth firsthand, Danier is not wrong.
So she probably pulls like a scarf from her side. I would assume she's probably got a scarf or something.
But Nanier
Wraps it around her face.
is a midwife for her
Yes.
profession. Just FYI, also for the folks
Yes.
watching. So that's where that comment like, this is what she does.
Yeah. So she
Veronica
just
will also remember that there was a room that didn't get searched.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another
Also, run
So-
back up and make sure there's nobody hiding up there.
Yeah.
Well, before we start splitting up, Red Bunny's like, so what we ought to do is take that, and then she points at Livingston's corpse. Make sure we don't leave it alone, and maybe take our friend Calvin, see if and make sure we don't leave him alone either, and just don't split up again. I don't want this happening again, where we are split off.
That's true.
As Red Bunny, as you're making a suggestion, all of you hear whimpering coming from the walls. It's like the north wall of this in the kitchen here. And you didn't notice this before, there's a bunch of barrels piled up in makeshift, not really orderly fashion. It's not really doing a good job of hiding or covering up a door. And you can hear just faint whimpers coming from what appears to be the other side of this door, or on the other side of this wall that this door is on.
It's not Peppers. Sorry.
It's not Pepper. No, Pepper's just in Gideon's arms still.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, did now that we're in the room, does Peppers make a reaction to the whimpering? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he might have heard it. I don't know why I'm saying she, but he might have heard it before us.
Yeah, Peppers is hops out of your arms and starts like kind of sniffing at Livingston and growls, and then backs away and goes to that door and starts scratching on it madly. And like barking at you to get your attention. Just keeps scratching and then kind of going in a circle and keeps scratching at that door.
Does she do like the hunting dog, like the point?
The point?
Nose point.
Yes.
With the tail straight
it's a
up.
hunting dog. Yes. Points right at the door.
All right.
And is like kind of like yelping and paw and scratching at it.
Okay. Like,
Well, I think we found our kids.
I go and I attempt to open. Well, I check the door and see if it's locked.
It's not necessarily locked, but it looks like it's been bolted. So you could try either like a skullduggery to kind of jimmy it open, or you could just use a good old athletics test and bust it open. Skullduggery is flip to fail if you don't have it.
Red Bunny does have it.
So it's a standard skullduggery or a routine athletic. So Red Bunny, do you want to step up and say, I got this?
Yeah. Well.
Alert.
Okay. Okay.
Alert.
So they're gonna step up and sort of like take their knife, compare it to the bolt, and then go to like jimmy it with their knife.
Okay.
And you said it's a standard.
Standard skullduggery.
Okay. Look at that.
Oh, Red Bunny. Badass.
Nice.
Just walks up, puts a knife in and pop. And just the door creaks open to pure darkness and stairs leading down. And once you open the door, the whimpering, you can clearly hear it. It sounds like possibly like a woman or a child whimpering down there. You
All
can
right.
also hear dripping, occasional dripping down in
That's uncomfortable.
yeah.
All right. Now that we have the door open, Pepper's reactions.
Peppers is like trying he's circling and like whimpering and pointing down the stairs.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
Red Bunny's gonna do some more thinking, and then realizing that probably carrying two bodies is not a good idea. They're gonna go over to Livingston and start cutting his clothes and start tying them to make a makeshift rope to
Gotcha.
bind the body.
I was like, "Are you gonna start cutting his body up, Red Bunny? You're shocking me. I know you're a nefarious character, but all right, cool. Yeah, totally. So you want to start cutting the clothes and make like a binding of sorts, and bind his hands and his feet. Is the idea?
bind the hands and feet.
Sure.
Yeah, nice little hog tie.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, you can easily do that. The whimpering continues down there, especially when there's the sounds of like movement up here. Like this is gonna make a lot of noise whenever you do that. You can hear the whimpering stop, and then just kind of keep going.
Okay, and Red Bunny's gonna is anybody? Red Bunny's gonna ask, does anybody want to carry Calvin, or do you want me to carry Calvin?
Just throw him down the stairs.
No, that's so rude.
play the one where you throw it down the stairs. I love it.
I don't know that my character could necessarily lift him, but
She
would assist.
All right. So I guess Red Bunny is gonna help, or Red Bunny, and I guess was it Veronica?
Sure, I'll help.
Okay. The two of you will
pick up Calvin. Yeah.
Sounds good. It is pitch black down there, so someone will light a lantern. You're not gonna be able to see down there, other than Gideon. No one's gonna be able to see down in this whatever's down in this basement. And basements this time are just like dug pits in the underneath houses, cold, keeping food and such. Good
You
longer.
said there was a fireplace, right?
There is a fireplace. Yes.
Would it be reasonable to make a makeshift torch if we don't have one from the logs?
Just smash the rocking chair and make a torch.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
There is flammable things here. You could even take
Screw
more of
this
the cloth.
person's house at this point.
There is alcohol here too. You could douse it with alcohol. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So
it's good thinking.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do, I guess.
Okay.
Make a little improvised torch. Yeah.
And go down to the darkness.
Is there any way I can maybe, seeing as how it's pitch black down there, do you think there's any way I can probably stealth down there? So I can just take a look, maybe?
You can attempt a stealth roll. Yeah, 100%.
Before we decide to make that move of going down there with a torch.
So
I can definitely do that.
Yeah, you can make a stealth test. It's gonna be it'll be standard. We'll do a standard stealth test.
All right. Stealth. Which one? What is stealth under?
It'll be under agility.
There it is. I found it. Boop.
Boom. All right. So you start creeping down the stairs. Each wooden step you step on doesn't creak. It doesn't make a noise. You kind of you hold your breath every time you take a step. But you move down there silently. You start coming down the stairs. And you're greeted by, you see something hanging from the roof. Like when you kill a deer, right? You drain all the blood out of it before you skin it and take its meat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you get down there, and in the middle of the room, you see that there is a boy hanging from their feet. Its eyes wide open, and blood is being drained from him into a pool of blood on the floor. And that's what the dripping noise is. I'm going to get you to make me a challenging resolve test, please.
Oof.
to cope with this scene that you've just walked upon?
Yeah.
Hey Matt, you know what you forgot again?
The cards.
The cards.
Cards.
I'm just mentioning it because I just remembered.
Yeah.
Got to set
in
up the
between.
cards.
Sean
Yeah.
Sean and his horror adventures.
Yeah.
You hold it together. You keep it together, Gideon. And you kind of your breath is taken away, and then you pull yourself together, and you scan the room, and you also see a younger boy sitting there in a corner, and he's the one whimpering. He's holding his knees. He's kind of rocking back and forth, and he's crying and whimpering.
Okay. I don't say anything. I attempt to stealth back upstairs. Do I need to roll another?
No, you
stealth
don't need to
or-
roll again.
Okay.
While you're down there, you also noticed in one of the corners, it looks like the ground may have been pulled up, and there's like a terrible, terrible, terrible stench down here. But it looks like there's like a hump in one of the corners, like something's buried under there also, or something's been put there.
Oh. Okay. I come back up and I relay all the details to everyone else. Let them know about the dripping kid and the crying kid and the thing in the corner.
Is Calvin conscious right now?
Calvin's no. He's
Okay, good.
yeah, no. He's passed out from the pain.
Okay, good. Red Bunny is gonna just sort of like put a hand to their mouth.
Okay.
Kids.
Yes, it seems like these are his children. One of them hang in the middle of the room, by his feet, and is dripping blood. And the other one is the whimpering is a smaller kid in the corner. He's alive. He's definitely alive. There's also something else down there. It's in the corner. And it smells pretty bad. That's pretty much it. I didn't see anything else. Nothing else moving down there but the little one rocking back and forth.
Speak with the boy? Did you try to escort him out?
Oh, no, I didn't. I figured.
Then yeah, he just doesn't even wait for him to say anything. She grabs a lantern and just heads down the stairs without caring if anybody's following her.
Yeah. You start walking down the stairs. You've been warned by Gideon, so I'm not going to have you all roll. You know what to expect down there. You told that the boy's hanging and dead. So I'm not going to have you roll the resolve tests because you know what to expect. But the stench hits you, and you do see the smaller boy sitting there. You shine the lantern. He kind of shies away, like almost like it's hurting his eyes, like he hasn't seen sunlight for some time, and he's just kind of whimpering and he's rocking back and forth.
Are you Jack?
He looks at you and he kind of wipes away a tear and just nods.
Okay, we're here for you, Jack. Is this your brother? And she gestures.
Yeah, he nods and he starts crying, sniffling.
And she goes to like take down the boy.
Sure. Yeah, you can cut him down.
And start tending to his wounds, seeing what she can do.
He did.
Cries.
There's no bringing back poor Charlie.
Hey, I got a ton of coins. Are you sure?
No, it's fair. It's fair. He's been hung up for a while. It's not like this had just happened tonight.
Right. So she's still gonna make it a point to cut him down, but then she's gonna like take Jack and kind of like bury him against her skirts and kind of pull him back upstairs out of the scene.
No, awesome. Yeah, he comes with you, reluctantly at first, but eventually gives in and just kind of like clenching you, as he's beside you. and doesn't want to look at. He's got his face buried in your leg and doesn't want to look at anything.
While that's going on, Red Bonnie's gonna go check out that pit.
Sure. Yeah, there's something's buried here. It looks like there's like claw marks on the ground and on the walls around here, and it smells like death. But there's something's definitely down there. Somebody's put something there. It's very obvious looking at it.
Red Bunny's gonna look over to their companions and ask, does anybody want to help me dig this up? I got a bad feeling about this, and it might be our business here.
Yes, Veronica, you should certainly help. Red Bunny.
Your battle buddies and all.
So I just want to point out, he's got points in leadership. He's an old man. He's not gonna do it.
Yes, help out your battle,
Yes.
buddy.
He's
Veronica
managing.
Practice
Definitely
the
good.
buddy system.
Are there any signs of a small girl? There was that missing child. I'm
Good
go as
call.
well.
Margie Stern. Sten.
But yes, I
Not from what you can see.
Steam.
Steen, thank you. Thomas Steen. That's how I remember. Hockey
We'll
player
see what the
Thomas
digging
Steen.
reveals.
All right.
Notes are good.
Let us
Shall
know.
you start digging?
Yeah, so we're gonna start.
So
digging.
Red Bonnie and Veronica are going to be down there trying to dig, and the others are up top trying to calm this boy down and
I'm checking for
whatnot.
if he needs like medical
Sure.
care of
He
any
seems-
sort or anything.
Like in pretty good shape. Like he hasn't been harmed. And he's been kept alive. It looks like he's probably a little malnourished. It's been a few days since he's been here. Looks like he hasn't eaten or drank much water and eaten much food.
Could I possibly have Peppers? Now that we found the little one,
Yes.
Peppers would just go up to the kid, sniff him, and and just kind of like console him and calm him down. Kids love puppies.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, Peppers goes over and kind of sits at his feet and tails wagging and kind of puts his head on the kid's lap for it to be petted. Yeah. And Peppers is definitely helping with calm him down.
Cool.
He sees his dad also, Calvin, who's on the floor bleeding. And at first he's horrified, but I'm sure
Hey, he's not bleeding anymore. I stopped that.
there's a pool of blood where he once was.
But
But Nan
previously,
Yehi,
sure.
I'm sure you probably comfort him and let him know that his father's fine, and he kind of he's like pressed up against his father, sitting next to him. What did you do with him? Is he just kind of like leaning up against a wall or in a corner? I don't know. You put him in the chair,
I would assume he'd be leaning up against like a wall or whatever,
Sure.
so he's sitting at
throw him on the table, whatever. Yeah. Okay, those are all options.
I
counter.
don't think we'd throw him anywhere. I think we'd
Probably gently place him somewhere.
Gently throw him.
Gently yeet him through the window.
Gingerly.
His name's not Bird.
But gingerly eat.
All right, so you start digging and digging and digging. You dig for a good 10 minutes in this pile. But with doing so, you uncover what appears to be a mass grave. Something has been killing people out here for a long, long time. And one of the bodies near the top of this grave is Miriam's. You right away identify her. The red hair, the English and indigenous ancestry. She's in this grave, and she's completely drained of blood.
Of course. Do we see the body of the little girl who also was missing?
There are a lot of bodies in here. There are little girls. One of them could easily be her.
Jeez. Red Bunny's gonna look at Veronica. We're gonna need help getting all of these out of here, and I hope the townsfolk can help identify them. Oh no.
Not the news that we wanted to bring back.
No, not at all. We should. Miriam was Miriam bringing like
Yes.
something?
Miriam was carrying something that you were supposed to get from her. some important information.
Is that upon her body?
Yeah, you check her coat or overcoat, and inside you find an envelope with a broken black wax seal. Inside, if you want to open it up, remains the message, or a message that has been torn, and there's only one word and a symbol beside it that you can really make out. All capital letters. It says Winchester, and there's a symbol next to it. If you want, you can make me a hard education test to try and discern what this is, what it means, and what it belongs to.
That would be a flip to fail because I don't
Well,
have
assist.
education.
You got Archie up top.
No,
Or
that is true.
Nan-
we do have Archie.
Or
Well, I was very
Nanye.
terrible at it. It might be better not
yeah,
to give it to me.
Nanye just aced it last time.
Yeah.
So
I know things.
Yes.
Red Bunny might be. Red Bunny's probably going to say maybe Archibald knows something about this. But we should definitely start. We have a kid up there.
We can also let the rest of the town come and kind of take care of this. And
Yeah.
and finish our business.
Yeah, that's true. But okay, so I am concerned about that shadow, that silhouette we saw.
The Shadow People? No, they're not.
Yeah,
What?
that has not left my mind
Wasn't
yet.
there a note in one of those books too about shadow things?
Was there? I think there was. Maybe.
Wasn't there? Never mind. Never mind.
But the silhouette, that could be something that we need to. The occupant of this house, they might still be here.
Well,
Is what I'm getting
that.
at.
Let's go bring the note back up, and maybe we can search
Yeah.
back out for footfalls that may have left upon our arrival.
Yeah. So that sounds like a plan.
Okay. So I'm assuming you leave the body down there, but you've got the note, and you come back up to the others who are comforting the child, and they're all kind of gathered around him and attending to him and making sure he's okay, except for Archie.
Except for Archibald.
Yeah,
Archibald, I'm
I saw that
currently.
face.
I'm not doing that. I am currently trying to muster up a plan for what the hell we're going to tell local authorities and whether or not it might be a good idea to not tell them some of the, because like there's stuff we found that we shouldn't probably be sharing with people. Like there's a person who's got skins changing like a snake. I mean, how much of this is going to be believed? How much of this, how much can be prosecuted? So those types of things that's kind of running through my head, like.
And we'll
What could be
interrupt those
possible to
thoughts
do?
and
Mhm.
shove
Yeah,
a
that's-
paper in your face. And say,
Shut up, Archie.
And I will probably. Would you say it was hard, challenging?
Challenging.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't rolled anything.
Do you want to reroll
Use
it?
the
or you're good?
coin.
You've only got one left.
Coin.
You've got one left before they start going to me.
Oh, I got us at 2.
Okay, you got two left before they start going to me.
All right, I'll reroll it.
Do it.
7.
There
There we
you
go.
there you
Yay.
go.
There we go.
All right, you see this, and right away you pick up. This is it's a Freemason symbol. It's associated with the Freemasons, a symbol on there. And you assume that this Winchester word must have something to do with them as well.
Okay.
And it's not good news when you see this
And there were books here
about
as well,
Freemasonry here.
about
Yes.
Freemasonry. So
Yes.
yeah. But the person, I mean, we assume Livingston lived here, so
Yeah.
and he's dead.
You assume so. He
So
didn't tell you that.
I mean, then again, like, yeah.
You got another room upstairs. What do you want to do? Do you want to start emptying that mass grave? What do you want to do?
I think.
Good.
I was gonna say I think we should probably check that last room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might
I
be the
don't-
call. Clear
I don't think-
the building.
I don't think we should empty the grave. I mean, that's not our
Burn
business.
it!
Like,
I feel
they're
like
not our
that's why I say
people.
that's what I was gonna say. Like we should burn it. Like
I was thinking that too.
I was
Yeah.
thinking leave the people of the town to come and
Yeah.
see if they can identify people and let them handle it because
That's what I
it's
was
their
thinking.
people.
Give them
By the way-
closure for whoever's in there.
By the way, we're mysterious strangers in the night, and we found all of the missing dead bodies. Goodbye,
I know.
everybody.
Because that's what Archibald's thinking. Like, how would I react to this if I heard this come before me?
Hope you got a
Random
wagon.
strangers just happening to come through town. Oh, we found all these dead people. Clearly, we had nothing to do with it. Not a cynical man, but it does sound a bit suspicious.
Veronica goes upstairs.
Veronica, you go upstairs. Bonnie, you're gonna go with your battle buddy, or
Of course, battle
Okay.
buddies for life.
anybody else going upstairs? Or what do the rest of you want to do?
No, yeah, he's staying with the kid.
Okay,
They're clearly
Yeah.
arguing about what to do with the mass grave.
Hmm.
and you're with
I'm
the
gonna-
kid.
I mean, I got bad knees. I don't want to go up the stairs.
Kid. Gideon, you're,
There's more bad news there.
I'm really leaning into the old part of Archibald.
Gideon,
You
you're
just don't
staying
want to
there
fill out paperwork.
Oh,
with Peppers and the others in the kitchen with the boy.
Yeah, we would stay down there with the little one.
Sure.
Pepper's still with the little one, and I would be with Peppers.
While Red Bunny and Veronica are heading up the stairs, Red Bunny's gonna load their
Oh.
flintlock pistol
Good call.
again and keep that out along with their knife in their other hand.
I'm assuming same deal, Veronica. You're reloading.
Yes, same. Yep.
Okay. All right, so you head back upstairs. The rest of you are tending to the boy in the kitchen, and you go to the bedroom. The bedroom looks like untouched. Bed is made. There's a dresser there. There's some clothes in the dresser, but thick layer of dust on everything.
Bizarre.
Thick layer of dust. Someone has not slept in this room for a very long time.
So would the clothes be male clothes or female clothes?
Yeah,
Or
they
what
would
type
almost
of
be like
clothing is there? hanging up?
Quaker clothing.
Interesting.
Um,
And we know that Livingston was out of town for a while.
Yes. Yes.
Red Bunny's gonna say,
I think Adam just bought you guys another coin. Sorry.
I don't want it. Sorry.
Red Bunny's gonna say, maybe we ought to take the sheets, so we can cover the child's body and cover Livingston's body.
Sure.
All right, so Red Bunny's gonna just like take what the comforter, I guess, and like, is there sheets as well?
Yeah, there's sheets. There's sheets.
Okay, yeah. So they're gonna take that,
So
and
yeah. Take that.
let's see. Did the child was the child missing? Like, does the child have like a coat?
Yes, he does. He does still have his coat.
Okay, that's good. Okay, because I was thinking the comforter for the coat, but
I
in
love
case
your
there was no
concern
coat.
with coats.
Whoa,
It's Red
Philadelphia.
Bunny's drive.
No, I just love it.
It's
It
cold.
is January.
It's
in-
January and in Philadelphia.
No, I
or
think it's great.
Or
Joyce.
New
I
Jersey.
love the realism
New
of
Jersey.
it. It was just, it's great.
It is good. I love it. It's a good character
Right?
thing. All right. So,
So when we get back downstairs, Veronica will ask, "Okay, did you guys decide what we're doing?"
well,
about-"
while you're upstairs, funny
Oh,
you should say
sorry.
that. While you're upstairs, the others in the kitchen, and they're
Happy you guys went upstairs again.
they're looking after
was
the
waiting for
child.
this.
They're doting. Yeah, Jeff may or may not.
I'm not doting after the child.
Doting after the child, except for the magistrate who's pouting in the corner.
Toughen up, kid. It's
All of a
gonna be
sudden-
a hard life.
Livingston's body starts
the
to
hell?
twitch and squirm, and you see almost like a snake starts to peel out of its skin and slither on the spot out of its bindings and out of its skin. Its skin is left behind, and what's left is almost this strange, ghoulish looking creature looking at you, smiling, big green eyes, big sharp teeth, big claws, and it looks at you and says, "You're going to pay for your sins." We're going back to initiative.
Red Buddy.
You got the final form Quaker here.
Battle buddies.
Battle buddies. Now, I was reading this previously and earlier today, and unlike Zweihander, from what I can tell, you re-roll your initiative every time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kay.
We always kept initiative
Interesting,
in
'cause
our games, but
The way I read it, but that's okay. We'll keep it. I'm okay with that.
yeah, I can't tell you if that's house rule or not.
all
But
good.
in ours, we keep initiative.
Okay, we're keeping initiative. keeping it. Quaker final form. This horrific.
Saying too.
Oh, so I'm sorry, Matt. I was looking at the wrong sheet. Apparently, Red Bunny's does in fact have a turnout pistol, not a flintlock pistol.
Oh, okay. It's all good.
I apologize.
No,
so,
it's okay.
So it does have the inaccurate quality.
Inaccurate, yeah.
Excellent.
You were within range or close range though when you shot, weren't you?
I assume so. I didn't measure
It's
because
all good. He didn't even matter. You got final form now. That's all that matters.
oh god,
That's all that matters. Come on now.
we're quaking in our boots.
Oh, there's a
jeez.
pun. Oh, I rolled a 9 for initiative. Hold on, let me get his character sheet up. Good thing I get to reroll initiative.
So there's not a third form. So if we kill
No.
him this time,
If he
definitely
starts
got- he let that
flashing red and yellow, then we know he's really close. It's
All right, so yeah, so you got this ghoulish, horrific creature, beast, looking at long pointed teeth, yellow eyes, long claws, horns coming out of its head, smiling and sneering, and it's, I'm gonna eat your sins. I will feast on them.
He said the name of it. Sorry.
It's like when they see the movie. All right, Irene gets a coin
I cracked
for
myself
the pun. All right, so we're back at the top of the turn order, the initiative. This thing is standing there. It's kind of licking its lips. It's got a forked tongue, a set horns, kind of like a strange hairless body. And Nanyehi, you are up first.
Oh, even before him. Oh.
Even
okay.
before this thing, this ghoulish, horrific creature.
Okay. Then Yehi is going to, since I'm near the child, step in front of the child. Make
Yeah.
sure that I put myself between it and the kid. Sorry, it's Jack.
Check.
Yeah. That's a funny name to have there. So then at that point, she is going to. I was debating words as weapons, but I don't have intimidate. But you know what? She's going to try it anyway, because that's what she would try to do is back it down.
Where's his weapons? Here we go. A brand new action in Flames of Freedom.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to put this to use. Declare whether you're going to hasten, inspire, or intimidate.
I'm going to attempt to intimidate it.
Okay.
And so, like I said, I don't have intimidate, but that's okay. I'm going with what she would do, not with what she's good at. So. Oh, I've got that on challenging. Just a second.
So 1 AP.
Try that again with the standard.
Bits for rocks. Yes, with standard.
Yeah.
61. Do you want to use...
Let's go for it. I got a
reroll.
coin for using a pun, which makes me feel bad inside. So let's get rid of it.
All right, so you got 2 extra coins before they start going to me. Left. All right, so words as weapons.
There you go.
There you go.
Boom. So you did the intimidate?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what does it look like? What do you say? What do you...
So she just pushes the child back, puts her arm out like a mom whenever you're in your car and she stopped too fast. So she puts her arm out and she kind of pulls the child behind her and she says, "You will not pass me."
Awesome. So this means its peril and damage thresholds are reduced by 1
Yes.
with this action. So I'm just modifying those now. Awesome.
Okay.
That's 1 AP.
So she, what's the distance between me and it? We didn't really move our characters in the map, so
No,
I'm
you
guessing
didn't.
we're
You
mind's
had
eye. Kinda
Buddy,
do
you just kind of propped up against the wall. It's all... You're all in this general area with the boy. The boy and his father are probably propped up against the wall near the door, somewhere nearby. This creature is very close to you. What are you looking to use?
Well, I was kind of debating if I could do my knife, but I assume he's not within that close of reach to me.
No, you'd have to move.
We're not
first.
engaged
Yeah.
because he never asked. So
But
sorry.
good. It's good.
Anyways, actually, can I attempt? Is the knife? Though the knife is not a throw knife, is it? It's an item.
It has throw on it, does it not?
Does it?
I believe it does because I had to program it 6
yes,
times on
I
these
do have it.
characters.
Copy
Yeah,
paste.
it has
Okay,
throw.
so I'm gonna attempt to throw it then.
Yes.
I should have. That should be short distance.
like,
yeah,
yep.
that's
I copy and pasted these things 5 times over, 6 times over.
okay. And so throwing turns it into me doing a simple ranged, if I remember right. So I will attempt.
Do it.
Just
change if you want. Just change the drop down skill to simple ranged on the knife for this roll. It's probably the
Oh,
easiest
that's
way to do
right.
it.
I forgot that you could do that. Simple ranged. And I'm going to go ahead and aim to give myself a plus
Yes.
10.
All right. That's 3 AP in total will be consumed here. But yeah, you make it easier. Oh, and then
Hit.
yay! Takes the knife, aims after screaming, intimidating this thing, whips it at this ghoulish, horrific beast that stands in front of her, and it finds its mark. Digs into his chest. 6 points of damage. Now, the question is, does that do anything? Or are you exploding it?
I'm exploding, of course.
All right.
All right, so it sounds like we're at our.
Oh.
Now we're at the coins, right?
Yeah, no, we're not. You
have
got
one.
one more.
We technically have 2. I've been hanging on to another one from Adam that was from
If you have
Roth
2, then
specifically, but it's 2.
if you have 2, then yeah, then take the 2.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna. Why not explode it? Because Nadia, he would do whatever needs to be done to protect this kid. So
Let's get this Field of Heroes music going again, because you are a bunch of heroes here. You're gonna save everybody. You're gonna slay this ghoulish beast, the Sin Eater.
so that would be a 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, right? And then I
9.
roll another.
Yep.
26. 12.
12 total. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, this thing could attempt to get out of the way, couldn't it? It does have AP. And I've got all this misfortune I'm sitting on.
Does it have AP?
Does it have 8? It's not his turn yet.
Damn you players. You
Aha!
smart players.
Read the rules.
Well, okay, but technically a coin can grant you an AP.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, a coin can grant you an AP, so
I'll
you
tell you what.
technically could.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna spend one on misfortune, and I'm gonna try and adds to your pool. I'm going to try and avoid this attack.
I'm gonna tell you what. No, you're
Oh!
not. Because I'm gonna go and I'm
Magistrate!
gonna invoke one of my talents here. It's a once per session thing. Ebb and flow. Whenever a coin is spent, I can automatically cancel its usage, and so I can call upon this once per session. So that damage is going through.
Oh.
Thanks, Magistrate. We're talking about what it's supposed to do and how OP that power is. I can't do anything.
It's
This-
once per session. I can only do that no more time, so it's good.
Great.
All right. So Nanihe,
See, this is our battle buddy thing now. Magistrate just to make sure I can actually hit.
Nanihe, you did some damage. You heard it. The knife sunk into its chest. It screeches and screams at you. Blood is trickling down, and it just kind of rips it out and throws the knife aside. And actually, it holds onto the knife. Well, that's an AP. We'll save that for its turn. And it screeches at you, but you've definitely heard it with this. And that was all of your AP, correct? That was your 3 AP?
Yep. And 2 coins.
Is this thing's turn. It's going to try and take revenge on you for harming it. So it's going to leap. It's going to leap across the room at you and come at you and try to slash you with its long claws.
Okay.
And it hits.
Would that be a charge there?
Oh, it wasn't going to be that mean. All right, it'll charge. No, I want to say BP. It's not a charge, it just moves. It moves and it slashes because I want to save my
Attack.
AP to avoid oncoming attacks because Jeff has used his magistrate ability already on me. So when this thing hits you, though, you also have to resist knockdown when it uses its claws on you.
Okay.
Nasty.
I'm going to use a coin to defend.
Oh,
We have
okay.
so many.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
like,
All right.
screw
Yep.
it.
1 AP. I like it.
I think that's it for all the purchased ones. though.
Yes.
I think.
I have one more.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I don't want to slight people if they bought you coins.
Sure,
I
sure,
would feel
sure. Okay,
terrible.
then we got I'll go with yours. If you want to give us one, that's fine.
I have one more left, and if people bought them for you, that you definitely should have
Okay.
access to them.
For sure.
All right.
You want me to do coordination then?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Runs across the room, slices at you with its claws, finds its mark, but maybe you sidestep.
No.
Finds
And I'm
its
not going
mark
to use
and
them as coin. That'd be rude.
slashes across your arm, and blood starts to trickle down your arm. And it still has the knife buried in its chest. And I'm going to save my last AP with this creature.
What was the damage I take?
9 damage.
9. And then
gonna
you
put
said I have to roll to resist knockdown?
Knockdown, yep.
Okay, what is the roll against knockdown?
I think it's also coordination.
Okay.
Where's the coordination? Yeah, you're probably right.
Resist coordination.
Where
Yep.
do I find my list here? Must resist
I'll
a
get my
coordination
GM
or be
screen.
knocked down. Yep.
Alright. This worked so well for me last time.
Oh, the exact
no.
same roll.
So
Roll
you are-
20.
you were also pushed to the ground with that.
Yes, I am.
Grabs you, shakes you, slashes you, and throws you to the ground. So you see Nan Yihei is on the ground. Just put that to I just put there's a red dot on this creature just to represent it has 1 AP left, and the little sleepy face on Nan Yihei because she is on the ground.
Okay.
Red Bonnie, you hear this like horrific scream, a snarl. You hear Nan Yihei probably, I don't know, did you let out a yell when this thing slashed you?
Probably, but that was after she screamed at it, so, you know.
Oh yeah, you screamed this thing. Oh yeah, you screamed the intimidation. Oh, so you heard that before anything else.
Yeah.
So you're upstairs. You're gathering the bed sheets, the linens.
Yeah, they're gonna just drop everything.
Yeah.
And of course, like get their weapons ready again and charge down the staircases again. Charge down the staircase again.
All right. So same deal. You can use charge and get to like the middle of the room, sort of thing,
Right.
and fire at it again.
Oh, that is the wrong. So like right about here.
With charge, yeah, I'll let you get there. Yep.
Okay.
Standing in the sitting room, still looking into the kitchen, but you're not quite in the kitchen. You've got Archibald and Gideon in between you, and Nan Yihei is on the floor prone.
Okay. Yeah. Red Bonnie, seeing this horrific beast creature
Yeah.
thing,
Yep.
they're gonna just go. Time to shoot. All right. Let's see. It's gonna be a standard, right?
Standard, and it does have the inaccurate, right? On there.
It does. Yes.
Okay.
So inaccurate is it can't be fired at long or extreme distances.
You are not at long or extreme.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
This wasn't my. What happened to the battle music?
Oh,
Nice.
Crit
Nice.
success.
Nice.
a crit success and
Yes, Red
hey,
Bonnie. You have to roll another
Hey,
d6 because it doesn't take.
I
into
get to
account.
roll. I get to roll 2d6.
What?
Is there a 1 in there?
It's a black powder weapon.
What?
Nice.
Is there a one?
There is a one.
My goodness. All right.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Red Bonnie charging in. Pistol. So yes, it doesn't take into account the 6 for the crit. Wow. Okay. Roll another 6. Holy
Oh.
crap. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Can I spin a coin to explode that?
Yeah.
You can. Oh, I'm gonna try to dodge this.
Oh yeah, that's
So
a good
hold
idea.
on before you spend your coin. I'll be nice.
Before they spin the coin.
Do crits still make you defenseless?
Oh no, it's a crit success. I can't do
Yeah.
anything. I'm helpless. What am I talking about?
I don't know if that's in.
No,
in
it's
flames,
no. I
but
can't do.
think-
I
It
can't do
is.
anything against a crit.
There we
No.
go. Shoot it.
Damn you,
Spend that
magistrate, and your
coin.
logic.
Aha,
so-
rules
He learned
lawyer.
I'm gonna lawyer us through this darn encounter. Like we're gonna get the
Look
rules.
Okay,
galore.
so far what we're looking at so far for damage then is what 5 plus 8 plus 6 from that 4 becoming a 6 and then a 4 there, so that's 10, 23 I think.
What? Eep. Hold on a second here.
I think. Let me pull out a calculator.
All right, math it for me, and holy
Okay, so
crap.
we've got 5 and then we've got an 8.
Why did you roll the second? That last D6.
8 spent a coin to
Oh,
explode.
you spent the coin. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in the Discord. It's a screenshot of the math because it is 23.
I trust you.
Should be 23. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
it's
good.
23.
23 points of damage. Okay. So the qualities in your weapon, you cannot inflict grievous injuries, but you are going to be rolling as if like a grievous injury. So you get to roll the 3d6, but you can only do up to a serious injury on this
Serious?
thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you charge in, unload. The shot finds its mark. You hit it in the throat and just
Use a coin.
It reaches.
Yeah, I was gonna
forward.
say, could I use a
starts
coin
gurgling.
to make sure it gets an
Yeah.
injury on that?
Use a coin though. These now become mine. It's not like there's much fight left in this thing, but it's now mine.
Right, but so I use a coin, and so I'm rolling on the serious table, right?
You are rolling on the serious table, which I need to
Okay.
grab. We have different tables here in the Flames of Freedom.
And is it still
No,
a
they're
D1?
bleeding.
Yeah, they're all bleeding.
Yeah, every injury now starts with "you are bleeding." If you notice.
You are bleeding.
Yeah.
And it's a D100, right?
It is a D100. I'm just looking for the tables here.
I've got it right here. If you
Okay.
want me to just copy and paste.
That
It's
would
a
be
50.
awesome.
It's a 53.
Minor concussion.
What does that do?
You are bleeding. The caregiver must treat serious injury until fully recuperated. You cannot add skill ranks to skill tests.
Damn. All right, so you shot it in the head, and grazed its head. It's bleeding profusely. You shot off, we'll say, one of its horns right off, and it's bleeding from where this horn once was. And it's kind of like dazed. It's kind of looking around the room, blood seeping down into its eyes, and it doesn't seem to be quite with it. I have visions of Krampus all over again. One-shotting Krampus, right? One-shotting the boss. So that was your 3 AP. That was badass, though. That was really cool.
It was.
Um,
I feel so damn cool, man.
this makes up for June not getting that attack last,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, Archibald, you're standing there. This thing's
Okay.
bleeding, screeching, hissing. Shots
And
are
I
flying
I
off
see
everywhere.
my friend Nanyahi on the ground, threatened. I have great respect for her, and so the knife comes out, and I'm gonna hustle in. I'm gonna
Waddle.
take aim. I'm gonna
Waddle in.
bottle in really fast, and I'm gonna take aim, and I'm gonna gouge at this eyes. I'm gonna do rough and tumble, take
Yes!
aim, gouging at its eyes. So it should be a
In
guile
defense,
test.
you did describe your character as the penguin.
No, that's fair.
In defense
That's
of the
exactly
waddle.
what- Yeah. Oh no, I was the one who volunteered the waddle first. Okay.
I
Okay, so I'm gonna
gouge.
go
All
in-
right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do take aim first to try to make it go through.
Oh, okay.
So come on, for once, I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right, it's mine.
Got this.
Do you have any more abilities around coins before I start taking and moving stuff?
I
know
do,
you can
but
deny
not
me.
for that. Yeah,
Okay.
I can make things auto crits, but I have to succeed first.
Okay. Just
And
wanted to
I
check.
will
There we
now
go.
spend a coin to make that a critical, so that you're
That's 2
defenseless.
coins.
So that's you're defenseless to it, which means you're automatically eye gouged, and so that means you're disoriented. And while disoriented, you have to spend 1 additional AP for reactions until the end of combat. So if you try to defend against, say, hypothetically, Veronica's next attack, you only got 1 AP. So you'd have to burn stuff to be able to. That's the idea, anyway.
Oh, look at you! Look at you!
So anyway,
Clever PCs. Oh, he's
Yeah.
foiling my plans. And that's all 3 AP for you,
that's all 3 of my AP.
Yep.
Yeah, and so
All right.
I'll move my guy up.
Veronica. Charging down the stairs.
Yes. Charging down the stairs and shooting. Now, do I need to worry about like firing through cover or any of that kind of stuff? At all with the people around?
If you critically fail, you'll hit someone, but I'm not going to give you negatives or anything to fire right now.
Okay.
With all those folks there.
So I'll just do standard with my gun.
Standard.
Ooh.
That is not a critical failure. Do you want to explode your
No.
damage? What did you get
Yes, I
for?
would.
You got a 3. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and use a coin to make that a critical success.
Ooh.
So 2 coins are being.
I can do this, yeah.
What?
So this is my thing. I can do this.
Veronica's attack is a critical.
I just
success
realized
now?
that. Like, why don't I just make
So-
I'll read it to you specifically.
No,
I think I outsmarted myself when I So whenever you or an ally succeeds at a skill test, I can spend a coin to turn it into a critical success.
Wow.
So I mean, we know this thing's close to dead. And
So- Before you even spend it to explode it,
Yeah.
Veronica, you automatically get to roll. You get another d6 on top of that, and then you can decide if you want to explode it. Does that make sense?
That's
Also,
That's black powder, so that's
Yep.
Mhm.
yeah. So what's our
9.
total here? 8, 9,
12.
10, 11, 12. Where am I at?
And
All right,
it did
Veronica.
It did have one of it does have its threshold reduced as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
That one, yeah.
I know.
And
Sorry.
and I can still go ahead and spend a coin even though he already spent a coin.
You can.
Okay.
You can. But Veronica, you come running down the stairs. You're readying your gun. You come around the corner. You level it. Fire. How do you kill the Sin Eater?
So this is going to be just one of those shots where there's already some damage kind of in the head region. And so if you're watching, you're going to see that there's blood and damage up there. And then you're going to see a shot, and then you're just going to see there's nothing where the head used to be. So the head is just going to have just exploded at the shot.
like a zit.
That is a very graphic way to put it. Yes, pop. Awesome, Veronica. Nice kill. All right, so this thing crumbles. Its head blown off. There's like a piece of horn stuck in the wooden wall behind you. You look at it, like it's hard to tell what this thing once was, and you find it hard to believe that anybody's going to believe you when you show this body off. But you have successfully found the killer in the area. You found the person you're supposed to meet. You solved what's been going on with all these missing folks. You found the Sin Eater. Snake eyes. So, with that, we have finished the adventure. You've completed it. With Livingston Hobb dealt with, a semblance of calm returns to Trenton. For the remainder of your time there, your room and board are free and your cups are never empty. The carnage you witnessed at the house weighs on your mind, but so does the ever-growing cry for rebellion coming from Boston. A few days after the ordeal, you are delivered a message sealed with red wax. The messenger who delivers it says that Henry Jones sends his regards. Inside the letter speaks of another job in Boston. While there, you are to head to the sign of the Maiden Tavern and ask for Philip the Short. Saying your goodbyes, you leave Trenton, but you will forever carry the memory of Livingston Hobb and his reign of terror with you. And that's the end of Sin Eater. Thank you for playing.
Very
Thank you
nice.
for
That
running
was
it.
a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
3 hours
Sean.
of fun.
Sean, well done.
Before
job.
we left, just to make Adam happy, I think Archibald would smash the snake over and over and over with a rock just to make sure there isn't a third form. Just over
Gotcha.
and over.
Yeah.
Just going outside, grabbing rocks, getting another one.
I did see the non-stop stream of Rock in the chat there for the
Yes,
last battle.
Rock,
So
Rock.
you have made him happy. Thank you.
So I guess Archibald rocks.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Good job, everybody. Well done. Really leaning onto your traits and such, and using them at the right times. All of you were, it was clutch the way you used those. It was awesome. So that was a taste of Flames of Freedom, which is now on Kickstarter. Let's drop the link in the chat here. It's been a flurry of activity. There you go. So if you want to have this game, if you want to play it, go back it. Go back at the Kickstarter. It went live on Monday. It's funded. It's funded. You don't even need to worry about it because it's happening. So go there, back the game. We're going to do one more round table. We're going to say goodnight to everybody, what they got going on this week, and I will be back tomorrow. So, Irene, what do you have going on?
Well, tomorrow I'll be back here back here at this table, playing June the Swift Fist with Matt in the in between. And then on Friday, catch me on my channel, DM Irene DB, where I will be doing my first-person shooter Friday. We're continuing our Hedon run, which is we're playing it on the Berserk mode, which is all melee mode. So that's been really fun to play.
Cool. Jeffrey, where can we find you this week?
Yeah, Thursday, right here on this channel, Matt. I will be playing and running, continuing our Grey Winter Heath story that we've been doing for the past few weeks. Then on Friday, back on our own channel, twitch.tv/thelollygaggers, we are playing Mutineer Zero, so you can catch us there. And we also have a Zweihander podcast that drops every Monday, so just search for Adventures in Lollygagging wherever you get podcasts, and you can find it there. There's like 65 episodes.
It's a lot. So
yeah.
There's a big back.
The first ones are, but we got better.
Melissa,
We
what do you got?
That's true of every podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. Same thing. Just check out where we are. Thank you.
Excellent. CJ, where can we find you and what do you got going on?
Well, probably after work, I'll hop on and stream a little Overwatch. I'm new to Overwatch on PC, so I'm making my way to 25 so I can start doing comp. And I'll be streaming that. And then I think I might have to play some Pathfinder tomorrow afternoon. Wait, it's Wednesday? Okay, no.
It's Tuesday.
And
Well, technically it's Wednesday.
Wednesday? Yeah, no.
It's
So
after
I don't
midnight
have
for us.
anything to do. So I'm probably going to be streaming maybe Ark or Overwatch tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's it.
And Kay, what do you got going on?
Well, tomorrow I'll be doing recording for Desperation Point, which is our Patreon podcast that is currently out for Grim and Perilous. The one that's kind of replacing Queen of Embers until we can actually get back around the table. So that's what I've got tomorrow. And then, like I said, various times I stream with people. I usually play some cooperative stuff. Like I said, Phasmophobia and Dead by Daylight. It's my two main ones right now. So you can just check my Squiffles __. Yeah, I know I have a horrible name on Twitch. Or like I said, keep up with my Twitter every Saturday. I do a Lego set with my husband, and I'm not even kidding. Like I go back for months with that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got going.
Cool. And like Irene said, you can find both of us back here tomorrow night, where I'm running Zweihander, The In-Between by Emmy Award winner Sean Van Damme. Sean Van Damme, here on the channel. We're deep into that. We're entering like Act 3 or something, but it's very good. If you enjoy this adventure, it's by the same author. No spoilers, but we'd love to see you there back here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. This was awesome. This was very exciting to be able to do this first play with all of you a day after the Kickstarter launched. Please, if you enjoyed what you saw, go back it. We'd really appreciate it.
Totally. Yeah.
How about we leave with that intro again? Because people really dug that intro. So we'll leave with the intro. Have a great night. I'll see you all here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. Thank you.
It is the dawn of the American Revolutionary War of 1776. A tangled web of conspiracy spans North America. In the war of survival, it does not matter what your creed, color, culture, or gender is. All stand together. Thomas Paine's common sense is held aloft in every rebel patriot's hand as they take up arms against the British Empire. But as the revolution has begun, something far more mysterious stirs. Agents of the occult intrigue both the Continental Army and Loyalist Redcoats. Freemasons conspire in the city of brotherly love. Maryland is in the throes of a witch hunt by the Knights Templar. Amid the chaos, other grim fairy tales have emerged. Reports of witches have been seen in the Great Dismal Swamp. Indigenous Sakem say the devils called Manitou walk among the living. Flesh-gobbling ghouls have been tunneling beneath Boston. The Pine Barrens of New Jersey are haunted by what the locals call the Leeds Devil. And worse still, An ancient enemy whose name is never uttered aloud seeks to consume all, loyalists and rebels alike. In this game, most people have either chosen to deny the supernatural or rationalize it away. A rare few accept it for what it is and act. You are among those heroes and are destined for greatness or death. Welcome to Flames of Freedom, where your grim and perilous tale hangs in the balance.